Alright. I think, I'm live now. I'm gonna have to check the other screen. And also close my door to my room. I'm the only one here right now, but still, it's probably good to keep the door closed so that, the echo can stay contained within the room. And yes, I am indeed live. Alright. Then we go ahead and announce stream across social media platforms. Alright. Alright, been posted on X and Blue Sky. Don't think I have any other social media accounts I could really advertise this on. Maybe Instagram Threads, but not sure about Instagram Threads. I don't underestimate her powers. I'm simply questioning her intentions. What do you mean? She's gonna send them all to a moon this episode. Might as well end Umineko off with a bang. Space travel. Alright. Even though I only woke up 5 hours ago, I'm still tired. Alright. I'm gonna wait a few minutes before I start playing the game, but we are finally on episode 8. The finale. We're in the last stretches of Umineko. Yeah, that happens. Indeed does. Moon Arc incident. Yep, because we all know they're about to head to the moon. I'm also playing a little bit of how did I forget this track's name? Oh, Rose. Yeah, it's on the screen. I always have your stream up and ready for the start. Your notifications on your server act as a reminder for me to put myself on busy on Discord. Thank you for devoting a lot of your time just to be busy with these streams. No distractions from Discord. Alright. I do have new lights I could always set up for these streams, but they're like photography lights, so I won't be able to adjust their levels as much as I have with these current lights. Yeah, because these lights I could actually adjust how bright they are with just a little dial. Although with my other lights, I might be able to do so. However, I'm so used to these ones that I don't want to test new lights for the first time live. Although I do have a few videos that I want to record soon, so I might try out those lights for those videos. I also got a foot of snow where I live, so it's been very cold. For the first time, I had to turn up my thermostat by like 2 degrees just to stay warm. Did you pick up any new games during the Christmas sales? Yes. I bought Stray for about $40 off, as well as a game called Kill with Fire 2. I sure keep myself busy for my dedication for these streams. I even hope you'll be in your bathroom as my DoorDash arrives. We'll have to see about bathroom breaks. Just let me know around the estimated time for your DoorDash. I'll try to, schedule out when I need to use the restroom for then. Alright. But yeah, outside of Stray and Kill with Fire, I don't think I picked up any new games outside of those two this year. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just seeing what I recently played on Steam to make sure that I set all the games. Oh, I also got Marvel Rivals, but that's not really a game you buy. You just start playing. I can't think of any other games I have currently. Before the sale, I got Buckshot Roulette to play with some friends, which is a pretty fun game. I might stream Buckshot at one point because it's just a really fun game where you get together with friends and shoot each other in the face. Hello, Massimiliano. The estimated time for Kanema's DoorDash is 5 to 8 minutes. Yes, in about 5 to 8 minutes, I'm gonna have a restroom break. I just started. Why would I have a restroom break right as I start stream? I will get you to play gachas yet. Yeah, it's very difficult to get me to play a gacha game because every time I download one, I wait a few weeks to start playing it. Then every time I try playing it, the gacha game updates, which leads to, you know, another 1 to 2 hour update for me to put on my phone. And then I just, you know, don't feel like playing it until literally the next update comes out. I'm like, I feel like I want to play again. There's another update. And the updates take too long, so I just like lose the mood of me wanting to play them, so that's why I kind of avoid gacha games sometimes. Hey Zartan. Have I played Fate? I kind of want to finish some of the backlog of visual novels I have before I enter the world of Fate, because that's going to be a time commitment. Fate's going to be a time commitment. Although I might play it after I'm done with college, since I'm going to be done this year. I'll get you to stream one. That's probably a better idea. Yeah, getting me to stream a gacha game. Yeah, because playing it on my own on my phone is not likely to happen because I'm very bad at wanting to play phone games. Even though once I really get into it, I'll probably, you know, log into my phone a lot more, but I'll probably have to start by streaming the game first, and then eventually I'll transition into, you know, playing it on my mobile phone while I'm out and about. Moon Man. Yeah. Moon Man. Well, speaking of Moon Man, I think it's about time we enter episode 8. And see ourselves heading to the moon with Krauss. How will he colonize the moon? Well, let's see. Oh, wait, I didn't even read that. I forgot there was a beginning description. Oops. You may perform witchcraft to jump forward in time. No, I wanted to read the description of episode 8. I do recall you expressing interest into Limbus Company that one time. Yes, I'm still interested in Limbus Company, but after that time I kind of, forgot about getting to a Limbus Company, and also I'm gonna restart the Umineko game because I wanted to read the description for episode 8 before I start. Oh, it even shows everyone the opening Umineko from Steam. That's interesting. I didn't know that was included with the stream recording. Oh, now everything's messed up. Oh, screen dimensions are messed up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, this is a scuff stream. Oh god, the scuff. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. Alright. Alright, that, be getting, 2 minutes of gameplay. That didn't count. That did not count. Episode 8, Twilight of the Golden Witch. Good morning. To think that this is goodbye brings me great sadness as well. I prepared a farewell party for this night. There will be a game tournament as well, so I ask that you participate with vigor. Like pepper, the difficulty comes in tiny yet spicy grains. Why not participate yourself? Now, at the very end. Oh, I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps. We're at the end and I accidentally changed the screen size again. Hold on. Nope. Wrong window. Why is it so big now? Yes. Professional streamer Michael. There we go. You may perform witchcraft jump forward in time. No, I don't want to cast that spell. Oh. We already began off with shackles, you know, hitting. Proceeds to skip to the last scene of the episode. That would be hilarious if I did that, but no, I won't do that. Oh, there's like some bars on top of the screen. Hold on. There we go. We should be good now. 2 silhouettes could be seen in the chapel. A big brother and a little sister. The big brother who had never returned from that day 12 years in the past. And the little sister who waited all alone 12 years in the future. What are you eating, Ganema? However, the big brother knew everything understood everything. And the little sister knew nothing, understood nothing. So, no matter how much time passed, the little sister remained as the girl she had been 12 years before. She remained a 6-year-old girl forever. Her sobs into his chest finally subsided. She quietly waited for his next words. After patting her head gently, the big brother fished around inside his shirt pocket. Then he took that out. Oh?
いいかい、エンジェ。これを大事に持つんだ。
これ何？鍵？
Battler took a large key attached to a necklace out of his pocket, then held it out to Angie. Food time here too, sausage with green lentil and potatoes. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I just had lunch earlier, and I was a little bit lazy before stream, and I just oven baked myself some pizza rolls. It's such a lazy sounding lunch for myself, but usually before I stream I eat something very fast and cheap to make, so I just made myself pizza rolls. For tonight for dinner though, I'm planning on making myself some curry, so at least that kind of cancels out my lazy lunch a little bit. Somewhat. Welcome back, Anema. It was large enough to cover his entire palm. That's a really cool butterfly key. I bet this is a key relating to Beatrice. Huh. And little Angie probably wouldn't even be able to wrap her hand all the way around it. The key glittered gold and had a beautiful, intricate design. Oh, yeah, your comments are getting shown, Mad Goldsmith. I just now saw them. Hold on. Yeah, no, I just saw your comments. Sorry, Mad Goldsmith. Sometimes with a lot of comments, I only see the top chat, so if there's like a high influx of comments, I won't see all of them. I only will see like the, you know, top chat messages sometimes. Its weight alone made it clear that this key was something very important. Battler put the necklace around Angie's neck. Oh?
これはエンジェだけの大切な鍵だ。
This could also be the key to the mystery that could either be locked away or unlocked by Angie. I feel like this key is very metaphorical in the sense of Beatrice's story. Oh! Oh, wow! Is this a young Angie sprite? Huh. Alright.
使うべき時はすぐに来る。
You know, I'm not surprised we get a young Angie sprite because she's supposed to be 6 years old here, but I'm very curious to see if this is how the story is going to be told. Is it going to be told from Angie's point of view as a 6-year-old, or is she going to be like, you know, having memories from her, I think it's 18-year-old self? Yeah, 6 plus 12 is 18, so is she going to have the memories of her 18-year-old self and she's going to play as the 6-year-old self, or are we getting you know, an occasion where the 6-year-old Angie's attending the, you know, the Rokkenjima massacre for the first time. Michael's wish of an Angie sprite from back in episode 3 is finally coming true. Oh shit. Oh shit. That was so long ago, I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, no, I was hoping for an Angie sprite, but I thought all we were gonna get was the 18-year-old Angie. I never expected a 6-year-old Angie from 1986.
そしてエンジェが自分で決めるんだ。わかるね。
Of course, she didn't have a clue what Battler was saying. But she did realize that he was telling her to take good care of this key. So Angie nodded, at least in response to that part. A side of Will fries and Leon dip? Oh my god. An Angie burger with a side of Will fries and a Leon dip. So Leon was made into a dip, and Will was cut up into, like, fries? Like, he was cut up and then fried? It's pretty much that Angie never mentally grew past when she was 6 years old. I mean, that was a very traumatic event for her. Like, I kind of can see where that could happen to someone. in her hand. The key had felt heavy. However, now that it was around her neck, it felt as light as an ordinary necklace. How strange.
さあ、行こうか。
どこへ？
She had been sure that her brother was about to sit down. After all, just a second ago, he said that he'd tell her what happened on Rokkenjima that day. You know, this is out of curiosity now. I just saw this since my controller was on my desk since I was playing Stray last night. I wonder if Umineko is controller compatible. This was a random tangent. Yeah, no, Umineko is not controller compatible. I bet you could probably program it to be, or like, you know, mod it to be connected to a controller. But I don't think, you know, this current version is controller connected. Damn. I mean, I know this game got into the PS3 at some point, so I know that it is controller compatible somewhat, but not for computer. Let's see. They always show us Angie, but after episode 3, they never mention in depth what Angie's life was like in episode 1, the original line, and where Ava also died. Do you notice? Maybe orphanage Angie. If Angie and Balor are burned to pieces in this episode, then wouldn't it be extra cruel if Angie did keep all of her memories somehow? Well, 6-year-old Angie having memories from 12 years in the future. Wouldn't that be a miracle? That is a very interesting point, Gandama, because I still am not sure if these are Burns pieces or if these are, you know, totally different entities away from pieces. This could be like Balor and Angie themselves. We'll have to find out. I kind of lost track where I was with my line, so I'm going to reread this one. She had been sure that her brother was about to sit down. After all, just a second... Sorry, my notifications are on. After all, just a second ago, he said that he'd tell her what happened on Rokkenjima that day. She expected him to tell her here.
あの日、あの島で
Oh?
何があったのか。
If Umineko was compatible for the original Xbox, maybe it would be compatible with the Xbox film remote? Xbox film remote? I just have an Xbox controller for my computer, like I've never owned an Xbox. I thought it was just compatible with the PS3 since I know that there was a PS3 release, but was there one with Xbox? It would have to be like the 360 because the Xbox original long went out of use before Umineko was even first published. Like, would it have to be the Xbox 360 knowing the history of Xbox? And the Xbox in general is not popular in Japan. Like, the only country where Xbox has a lot of standing is actually the US. Nintendo and Sony still dominate worldwide, even to this day. Sorry, a little bit of console history that I just happen to know.
お兄ちゃんがそれを聞かせてくれるんじゃないの？
Microsoft for sure tried getting Xbox to have an international release, but a lot of countries were just not that into it, outside of the US.
聞かせるとも。話して、エンジェに聞かせる。
Not a controller for the Xbox, but for the actual remote set for film watching on the original Xbox. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Not too sure about the remote set for film watching on the original Xbox. Yeah, I'm still thinking about the consoles itself. Are you talking about TV remotes, or am I just further confusing myself? I think I might be further confusing myself. It's been a weird morning.
でもそれはエンジェにはただ話を聞いているだけには感じられないかもしれない。
What happened is everyone had a blast and nobody wants to return anymore. An endless party in the Golden Land.
それはどういうこ
エンジェが本当に望んでいるのはあの日あの島であったことを知りたいんじゃない。
So, he does understand, after all. TV remote, but specifically for the Xbox. guess there could have been a TV remote specific to the Xbox, but I can only think of it as the controller. You plug in a remote reader in one of the controller socket. Oh, okay, so it is a separate remote for the Xbox. Man, that would be so awesome. If I could just do something similar with the computer, so I could just lean back and play visual novels by just pressing one button to continue to the next line. Oh, I would like that so much, so I could lean back instead of like holding up my mouse or, having to lean forward to press enter. What happened on that island that day? I thought the Xbox has its place here in Europe alongside Nintendo and Sony, but I might be wrong because I haven't been keeping up. I think there might have been some traction of the Xbox in Europe, but I thought Sony still dominated the continent. I might be wrong on this though, since I mainly know about the market of consoles in the US as well as Asia. In specific East Asia, like Korea, Japan, and China. At least those are the areas that I look into for my study. Xbox was big in Sweden as far as I know. Okay. Yeah, I might be wrong regarding my comment about Xbox in Europe. Huh. I just know that in terms of console wars across the entire world, Microsoft somehow has the upper hand over Sony in the US, and we're the only country where that happens. Sega's better. When's the newest Sega console coming out? I'm sorry. When's the newest Sega console coming out? When can I play Umineko on Sega? Just by a slide clicker. Not a bad idea, Zartan. Is that compatible with games? It's gotta be somewhat compatible. I'll look into that. Trying to answer that question was all I was capable of, so I wished for nothing more. But if I could, I'd want to go there, to that island, on that day, to Rokkenjima, on that day I couldn't go. Nintendo fans in France and Sweden. Yeah, it's very hard to beat Nintendo on the global scale, because even though Sony may be one of the largest companies in Japan next to Nintendo, as well as, Sony dominating a lot of the US with Xbox, slightly being above Sony, worldwide, Nintendo won the console war, worldwide. Outside of, the countries that the games were mainly, distributed and published in, worldwide, Nintendo won. There's no doubt about that. To the Shiramiya family mansion. Damn, this makes me want to make a console war video. That's for a topic for another day, though. To Mom and Dad. To all the cousins. All the relatives. And everyone else. I want to go back to that island on that day. So, I remained the way I was on that day. My heart and soul stuck as a 6-year-old's forever.
帰りたいの、私は。
わかってる。
お父さんとお母さん、お兄ちゃん、みんな、私はみんなのところへ帰りたい。
Speaking of consoles growing up, I mainly grew up with a Sega Genesis. Game Boy that turned suddenly into a DS one day when I sold my Game Boy and replaced it for a Nintendo DS. And a PS2. Of all the video game companies, the only one I never really got stuff from was Microsoft. PS2 did have FFX, but it does not have Halo. Yes, Halo has, from what I understand, never released on a console outside of an Xbox One. And yes, a lot of people are talking about the PS2 right now, one of the best gaming consoles, I will agree, out there. I don't think a lot has beaten the PS2 since then. The PS5 is good, I will say that. But I just don't know too much about it since I don't have experience with it.
だから招くことにしたんだ。お兄ちゃんはもうゲームマスターなんだ。
He's a piece. Okay, so I'm calling it right now. Balor's a piece, meanwhile Angie is, like, you know, herself. I'm calling it now. Yeah, Balor is for sure a piece, meanwhile Angie is not.
ゲーム版のすべてを知る者だけがゲーム版を開
No,
き
no.
駒を招くことができる。
I thought you already destroyed Angie last game, Burn Castle. What are you up to? What are you up to? Why are you kicking someone while they're already down? What the hell? Always had a PC though. Yes, I'm kind of with Zartan. Even though I had consoles, I mainly played video games on the computer outside of console. Even though I know quite a lot of about consoles now, I still prefer computer since I feel like computer's a bit, you know, more accessible than console games. Although I do like the feeling of sitting down playing a console on a TV, I still feel like the computer is a bit more convenient.
だから俺はエンジェをゲーム版へ招待する。
私をあの日のロッケン島へ連れて行ってくれるの？
This Burn hate crying emoji. Don't you see how much her battler piece cares for Angie? Burn making it all better. No, she is not. No, she is not. This is manipulation 101. Give Angie someone that she loves, put it before her, and then completely crush her brain towards the very end of the game. That's the game that Burn Castle's playing at. She just wants to toy with Angie for some reason.
ああ、エンジェを1986年のロッケ
The
ンジャー
manipulation's going strong. The manipulation is going so strong right now, Burn Castle.
会えるの？みんなに。
Yes, you will. You'll also see everyone die in front of you.
もちろん。
私もう記憶もおぼろげでみんなの顔はっきりと思い出せないのに。
Oh, you'll see everyone's faces clearly. Especially when it gets distorted when the murders begin.
すぐに思い出すさ。そしてエンジにとっては12年ぶりの再会でも。
You're right, Mad Goldsmith. Cats do like to play with their prey. This is a weird story to bring up regarding cats and all that, but it just reminded me of something. I'm just gonna do a brief story time real quick because I find this hilarious. So while I was growing up, I had a childhood cat named Christy, who was 20 pounds. If people have been following this channel for a while, you've probably seen photos of Christy or heard a little bit about her. She's even interrupted a few of my older videos. But anyways, Christy had a habit of catching moths and mosquitoes inside of the house and hiding it under a rug that was like right in front of the TV and all that. So every morning as I'm like, you know, just moving about the day, like have the news on the TV as I'm getting ready to go to school and all that, and you know, just like chatting with my parents if they're downstairs and all that. Christy just sat by the rug and waited for the room to get quiet before she lifts up the rug herself with her claw and starts pulling out bugs from underneath that rug after she lifts it up and eats them in front of everyone. Sometimes she stops, looks at us, looks at a bug on the ground, and just waits as if we were, you know, gonna try eating it with her. Of course, we never did, so she just continued to hog down on all of her prey from that previous night. I don't know, but for some reason, that cat, instead of eating the bugs immediately, she dragged them underneath the carpet, sometimes removed their wings and left them alive, but, you know, like, you know, immobilized enough that they couldn't move out from underneath the rug until the morning where she, you know, has everyone in the family watch her eat her prey from that night. It wasn't common when she did that, but it was common enough for me to remember it was more than once she just did that, and I wonder if she just, like, continued on doing it after she stopped for a long period. If she just, like, did it because she's like, no one wants to eat my food. Well, I guess I'll just, like, save my food for later. if I'm like, you know, not hungry. Yeah, weird, macabre story out of the blue, but when I heard the cats playing with their food, I had to say it. It's actually rude to say no when you're offered food. Well, she didn't cook the bugs. She had to cook them. That's the thing, though. She didn't cook them. You bring her food, so that might be a way to show that she can hunt too. Yes, she got fed like twice a day with like, you know, the little cat like pebbles, like the little food that you give cats and all that. She was always fed that, as well as like sometimes she got like table scraps, like, you know, let's just say for example we had a piece of chicken that was like very thin. We just like fed her the piece of chicken because she liked chicken. But yeah, no, I think she wanted to prove that she could hunt too and, you know, contribute to the household. Like, I guess she had good intentions. But also at the same time, I did not want to raw bug, Christy. You had to cook it.
俺たちにとってはしばらくぶりでしかないんだ。みんな歓迎する。12年の遠い未来からようやく帰ってきたエンジェを。
Put them on sushi rice. No need for her to cook. No need to have her cook them. I mean, that is fair. You could make bug sushi. I'm betting you someone has done that on, like, you know, YouTube Shorts or TikTok. Like, there's been a lot of, like, YouTube Shorts and TikToks where people, like, combine, like, different things and try to see if they're good together. Like, sushi with, I'm trying to remember. I think it was like sushi alligator that I had. That was like sushi alligator that I saw someone have on Instagram once, and it looks pretty good actually. Even though alligator would not be like one of the things I would assume would be sushi meat, someone did it with alligator and it wasn't that bad. And if only if Christy was here to learn that she could make them on sushi rice. R.I.P. Christy. Cockroach nigiri. Oh my god. That seems to be on the list of things I might have to try one day. Cockroach nigiri. Do I have to learn how to make that? Because I don't think anyone out there makes that. So I think I might have to learn how to make a recipe for that. This way, I could be with everyone forever. This is the goal I'm supposed to reach. If someone finds a cockroach nigiri recipe and sends it to my Discord server, I'll do it. I'll do it for a video. If someone sends a recipe over and it seems doable, I'll do it. The Bowler spoke in an admonishing tone, as though warning me that this was a dream that wouldn't be granted.
Rokkenjimaの親族会議は一泊で終わる。あの日は台風だったから船の都合で2泊だったけれどね。
それが過ぎたら私は島から帰らなくてはならないの？
The only thing you need is a recipe for the actual sushi rice. That is a fair point as well. And the sushi rice shouldn't be that hard to make since I've done it before. I just need to get the cockroach and know what to eat from a cockroach and what not to eat. I am not catching a wild cockroach though. No recipe needed, just apply the cockroach on top. If someone gives me a great suggestion of how to season the cockroach, I'll do it. I'll try a raw cockroach and the seasoned cockroach to whatever chat wants me to season it with. Oh, this is not even relating to the game.
少し違う。それを決めるのもエンジェなんだ。
I don't know what it's like in the north, but here the sushi weed is mostly a Peruvian version. What is the difference between Peruvian sushi and Japanese sushi, if you don't mind answering? I'm curious now. Easy to catch, just go to any one-star hotel in the area. You know, You could buy seasoned crickets online. I feel like I could find a seasoned cockroach online as well, or just go to a Petco.
エンジェがそれを決める。
Because I used to buy crickets for lizards at Petco, so they might have a cockroach at Petco to feed like pet lizards. I just buy it from them and just not tell them it's for me. Put a yummy alternative in streams. Alright, I'll take a look at it real quick before I continue. Though after that, I might just like focus on the game because it's like way too sidetracked. Caterpillar roll recipe. Unagi and cucumber sushi with an avocado wrapper. Learn how to make caterpillar rolls. Alright, I'm gonna save that alternative as like a palate cleanser. That's gonna be my palate cleansers, Artant. The caterpillar sushi, that's gonna be the palate cleanser for that video. Between unseasoned cockroach and seasoned cockroach. I don't know if my roommate's gonna kill me or find this amusing. Because my roommate does do a lot of cooking himself, and he's definitely gonna cringe when I tell him this idea. I understand, of course. I don't exist on that island on that day. It's a miracle just to be invited there like this. Just 2 days before the typhoon passes. Just getting those 2 days to myself is already the sort of miracle that'll never come again. If I'm greedy enough to ask for more, that faint miracle might vanish. I'll make a sequel of actual Caterpillar if the cockroach sushi video gets, let's just say 10,000 views. If it gets 10,000 views, I'll do the Caterpillar version. I think it would be dangerous. Never mind then, I retract that statement. I'm gonna have to look at safety for that one. Even though I thought this, my young heart, which was still 6 years old, wasn't satisfied with such a short-lived miracle. Well, you have to deal with this. You have to deal with that. Peruvians were the country with the highest Japanese immigration at the time, and they added other ingredients to the sushi roll, such as strange cream cheese, avocado, olive, or normal cheese. Okay. So there's a little bit more cheese in the rolls. I know up here in the US, we do like using a lot of spicy mayo over cheese. Like, in terms of sushi, I really have not had sushi with cheese. Not that I should have sushi with cheese, because I'm lactose intolerant, so I get horrible, horrible bathroom experiences after I eat, like, the smallest bit of cheese. It annoys my girlfriend to no ends because she loves cheese.
わかるよ。
いつまでもみんなと一緒にいる。家族で一緒にいる。お兄ちゃんがもう帰らなくちゃって言っても、私は六軒島に残る。
残るのが正しいとか、帰るのが正しいとか、そういうのじゃないんだよ。エンジェ。
それでも、それを私が選ぶの？
Philadelphia cheese. Philadelphia cheese? What is Philadelphia cheese? Like, I'm from the US, but I have no clue what Philadelphia cheese is. That also goes to show how little cheese I eat. I actually don't know what Philadelphia cheese is.
そうだよ。そのための鍵がそれなんだよ。
Oop, I pressed enter way too soon. Ballo touched the glittering key that hung from Angie's neck.
私の答えはもう決まってるよ。
今は選ばなくていい。
They're a brand? Oh. I thought it was a specific cheese style that came from Philadelphia, not a brand. Like I said, I know so little about cheese that I didn't even know Philadelphia as a brand.
選ぶべき時は。
Wait, don't they also do butter? Doesn't Philadelphia do butter? Huh. Philadelphia cheese is the cheese made by angels, eaten by angels. Funny Philadelphia cheese advert. I am not sponsored by Philadelphia cheese. However, if you do sponsor me, Philadelphia cheese, I'm more than willing. I'll risk my stomach for the sponsorship.
その時のエンジェの素直な心でその鍵をどう使うか。
It is a cream cheese, but with a mild flavor, mostly for the texture. Oh, okay. Actually, now that I think about it more, cream cheese does make a lot of sense for Philadelphia. Yeah, because, I swear, hold on. My god, this is not even, like, we have not even gotten past the prologue, and I'm already, like, stepping out of stream for 1 second just to look at something in my fridge. Because, when you mention cream cheese, I might be stupid, but I think I actually have, onion and chive cream cheese for the smear I use for my breakfast bagels. Hold on. Hold on. I think it's Philadelphia brand. Yeah, no, it is Philadelphia brand. Yeah, Philadelphia chive and onion. I had Philadelphia cheese. Yes, this is not a Umineko stream. This is this is a Philadelphia cheese stream. I just eat Philadelphia cheese on stream. Mukbang. Oh no, I'm not making a mukbang of this. But yes, I do have a form of Philadelphia cheese, cream cheese, but it's chive and onion. Oh yeah, this feels like a sponsored stream by Philadelphia cheese. Like I said, Philadelphia cheese. I'll sponsor you. The thing is, the only reason why I get this one is it doesn't make me shit myself. Like, usually with cheese, I shit myself, but for some reason, chive and onion is okay. Like... I don't know. Usually cheese makes me shit myself. But this one is okay, apparently. I don't know. I don't know why this one is okay for me. But every other cheese, like Pepper Jack, American, whatever, I shit my pants. But Philadelphia brand chive and onion cream cheese is okay. How much dairy's in this? Oh, boy. It does contain milk, but does it say, okay, 40 milligrams of calcium, but what about the dairy? What about the dairy? What kind of cheese do you eat that fights against your lactose body? Hardly any! This is the only form of cheese I really ever get. Yeah, it has pasteurized milk and cream. This should make me shit my pants. But it doesn't, for some reason. Well, because it's mainly milk, but also it's a part of dairy. Like, dairy makes me shit myself. However, this does not. Like, yes, sometimes I get a little, like, constipated, and I guess that kind of contributes to the issue, but I at least don't, you know, need to use the restroom every 2 minutes. I'm gonna put this away and actually get to some gameplay. Philadelphia cheese, one more time. If you want to sponsor me, I'll have your entire lineup. Just give me some chive and onion so I don't immediately start pooping. And then I'll have your other cheese and then, you know, feel very uncomfortable on camera, but do the full sponsor ad, and as soon as the camera's turned off, I run straight to the restroom. What do you say, Philadelphia cheese? As long as you give me a little bit of the proceeds as well as a bathroom to use immediately after the recording that advert, I'll do it. I'll do it. Isn't hard cheese supposed to be okay for lactose intolerant people to eat? I just kind of avoid cheese in general, mainly because it's like very easy for me to avoid cheese. I've not really tested my lactose intolerance. I just know that it's the cause of me having horrendous poops whenever I have, like, you know, a large amount of milk or cheese or, like, you know, a small amount. I don't know how it works, but something. Probably because you only tried American cheese. There are a lot of French cheese that are banned from America, like Roquefort, I think, or Camembert. So when I go to Europe, should I risk the cheese store? Try out, you know, legitimate cheese rather than processed American shit. Maybe it's just American stuff that makes me shit because of how, like, many chemicals are in it. I think it's the chemicals, not the dairy. I'm gonna put away this and end the cheese discussion. One thing I will note from my travels to Japan last year, I did not have a stomach ache or a bad poop at all the whole time I was in Japan, so maybe it's the American angle that, you know, I need to look into. It's American products. It's like stuff in America that makes me poop. Come to Switzerland. We have the cheese. Switzerland is definitely on my list. I do want to do Switzerland cheese. Bug-filled? I mean, this is the guy who is willing to eat cricket sushi, so I'm okay with bug-filled cheese. I'm from Chile, and that cheese is very popular. Alright, back to the game.
お兄ちゃんの言うことなんか何も聞かなくてもいい。エンジェのわがままなように答えを決めても構わない。
And also in terms of sushi, I'm definitely interested in Peruvian sushi.
でももしもエンジェがいい子でお兄ちゃんを信用できるなら。
信用できるなら
お兄ちゃんの言うことは全て信じなさい。
Leak him, the American, decides to go to Switzerland and ends up in Sweden. I'm not that stupid of American. Like, you know those videos of the people going around the streets in America asking people where things are in terms of geography? I want to be invited to do one of those videos just so that I could actually show that at least one person knows where things are on the map. Oh, my apologies to my roommate ahead of time, but one time, when I mentioned, like, you know, my last name was Syrian, I decided to ask him, oh yeah, do you know where Syrian is on the map? He pointed to South America for Syria. It was both hilarious, but also a little sad for the American, you know, education system, where he thought Syria, a Middle Eastern country, was in South America. Sorry, I had to embarrass my roommate right there, but I still remember that.
すべて信じる。
それがエンジェにとって一番いい選択になるから。お兄ちゃんの言葉に耳を傾け、そして全てを信じなさい。できるかい？
わかんない。
それでもいい。信じたいものだけを信じればいい。それもエンジが決めていいんだよ。
お兄ちゃんを信じないとこの夢は覚めてしまうの？
そんなことはない。だから安心していいよ。
For some reason, Angie was suspicious of her brother and scared of him. Her wish was to remain on that island on that day, together with her family forever. But see, this battler is not trying to force Angie's choice, but he's saying your choice. I'm gonna keep that in mind, Massimiliano. He is directly saying my choice, not Angie's choice. Ooh. Michael is not buying it, Battler. Burnaler. I was trying to combine Battler and Burncastle's name, and I came up with Burnaler. Yeah, right now, this Battler, I'm just gonna call it Burnaler. It's not Battler, it's Burnaler. She was afraid that, once she got her 2 miraculous days, her brother might tell her to be satisfied with that and return to 12 years in the future all alone.
さっきも言ったと思う。残るのが正しいとか、帰るのが正しいとか。
To gaslight someone is to turn it into their own choice. Burn Castler. You know, I like Burn Castler more. Yeah, I'm gonna call this Battler Burn Castler. Good suggestion, Matt Goldsmith.
そういうのはないんだよ。それをエンジェが決める。そしてそれは今すぐ決めなくていい。
そのどちらかの選択を誰も強要しない？
もちろん。
お兄ちゃんは私に未来へ帰れなんて言わない？
お兄ちゃんはエンジに選んでほしいある選択がある。それをエンジが自発的に選んでくれることを望んでる。
Burn Castler, perfect along those other burgers. I like Burn Castler more though. I don't know, I like Burn Castler. Burn Castler.
だから望んではいるが。
I'm gonna be changing up the names so many times these next few streams. Like, it's gonna be a different name every time before I settle on one.
私もさっき言った。私の答えはもう決まっているよ。
俺もさっき言った。今はそれを選択する時じゃない。
And that is very true. Bernkastel is I think it's a small village in Germany. Because one thing when I was looking up images of Bernkastel for like one of my thumbnails, I found Bernkastel in Germany, which is like a city. It's one is what inspired Burn Kane the When They Cry series, yes. I do want to visit Bernkastel one day when I visit Germany, since I do intend on visiting Europe one day, and Germany is definitely one of my major stops.
それはいつ？
その鍵がいずれ教えてくれるよ。
The large, gold key hung from Angie's neck. Her small hand held it tightly. At that moment, she noticed a book lying on the chapel's altar. The book had a lock on it and was sealed, so that it could not be read without a key. Angie looked between the key hanging at her chest and the book on the altar.
あの本はこの鍵で開くの？
Oh?
あの本はダメだ。
We're going to be touching that book because that's going to be the Chekhov's gun of this chapter. The key and the book. His sudden, forceful response made Angie flinch. Balor, realizing he had scared Angie, softened his expression.
さあ、行こう。
I'm ready for the, Chekhov's gun to be in effect. Because I already know that book's going to be on my mind this whole time as well as the key.
1986年10月4日にエンジェを招待するよ。
Balor held out his hand, and Angie gripped it tightly. Then, they started walking. Oh, that's a cute sprite. A brilliant light lay beyond the chapel's door. That blinding light peeked in through the cracks around the door. The brother and sister began to walk through to the other side. Also, a reminder for chat, we're on YouTube. That image is really cute, but also ominous. Going into the light of the
お
unknown.
かえり、エンジェ。
Huh.
そしてこれで最後なんだ。このゲーム版も エンジェのために
I feel like I will.
もう一度だけ開く
You know, Kilato, I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy this episode. Because them entering the door of the game is very ominous for me. Also, are we gonna get an opening sequence for this chapter, or... Yep, called it! Called it. Opening sequence. Let's see what's gonna be copyright striking this video, because every time there's an introduction sequence, my video does get copyright striked. But I'm playing the music anyway, because it's part of the game, because, yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, just ruin the music just for a copyright, so I'm gonna let it play. Best opening question mark? It does have a sense of elegance to it. There are so many characters that just flew by the screen. Alright, there was Gap, as well as Renove with the people they battled. Opening sequence happened after every single prelude so far. In episode 8, Michael finally called and shaking my head. Yeah. Yep. On to the wild boat ride. It's been a while since we heard a scream from Balor that was for a non-horrific reason. Is this gonna rub off on Angie, or is Angie gonna laugh at him? Once again, Captain Kawabata's ferry boat to Rokkenjima cut across the sea in perfect form. Yes. The tale October 4th, 1986. Always begins with Balor's screams. And the tale of October 5th, 1986 always also ends with Balor's screams. But this time, one thing was different. Is someone joining him? There was another yell alongside Balor's. Yep, she's leaving an imprint. He's leaving an imprint on her. Balor was screaming. The other was... laughing? If all these deaths happen to be in order to make Balor feel fear, in what order do you think Angie will be killed in? Oh, Angie's not gonna get killed. I feel like Balor's gonna be one of the first ones to die, and Angie, as a 6-year-old, will have to figure things out. I'm calling it now. I'm calling that one now. And Susumu. Yeah, not Asuma, it's Susumu. But yes, I don't think Angie's gonna get killed at all. I feel like she's gonna watch a lot of dead bodies, and I think one of the first ones will be Balor. To be very fucked up, it might be Balor, Rudolph, and Kyrie. Or, who knows, maybe Kyrie and Rudolph somehow convince Balor and he's killing with them. That would be fucked up. That would be very fucked up if Angie has to watch her entire family kill people, or watch how Kyrie kill Balor right in front of her. Ooh, it could be Kyrie killing Balor. That would be a bad one too. If they have Kyrie kill Balor right in front of Angie, because he would not go with their plan. Balor was screaming. The other was laughing? But yeah, no, if the pieces are supposed to act like how the characters would in real life, I don't see Balor being behind this murder plot. So it's probably going to be something to do with Balor getting killed first, Or, you know, there's no family murder plot at all. Because I don't see Balor willing to join in with his parents, so... Who knows, Angie might be seeing Kyrie kill Balor because Balor tried stopping them. The board is young. Every move is open. That is true, Zartan. Why would Burn replay the same storyline from episode 7 Tea Party? To fuck with Angie's head because, you see, that storyline is the truth. Burn Castle might use the truth to her advantage. How long it's been. I like how you can actually see the Steam notifications as well every time I get a reward. I wonder if we're gonna get the infamous, you know, your friend is playing this game notification as well. Oh man, if I waited till the evening, I wonder if we will get a random message of like someone that I'm friends with on Steam playing like Super Boob Simulator or something. What do you think could ever be the worst fragment for Angie to see? Kyrie killing Balor. That's my answer to that question. Kyrie killing Balor would be the worst fragment for Angie. Because Angie will see, you know, the person she loves the most, her mother, killing the other person she loves the most, her older brother, Balor. I feel like that would be the worst one for Angie. The Steam achievement has the dumpster sprites on them. Oh yeah, the Steam sprites. I mean, if I were to be honest about the Steam sprites, yes, for some of the characters they're atrocious, but then there's a few of them that look amazing on some characters. Like, while, you know, okay, the sprite for like Kyrie and Balor suck ass, the Kinzo one looks kind of cool, to be honest. I'm expecting some magic scenes with Maria and Angie. That's one thing I'm already expecting, some, you know, scenes with the magic with the two of them. Alongside the big brother, who was grasping at the handrail and screaming away no one that age should scream, was a little sister, also grasping the handrail and jumping about like it was a ride at an amusement park. It could be a Maria killing chapter as well, but I feel like Burn Castle wants to hurt Angie, so I don't think something like that would happen. Jessica, Natsui's, and Beatrice's aren't bad, honestly. Yeah, I think for those three, they weren't terrible as well. Like, that's what I remember from the Steam sprites. Michael should definitely read Last Note of the Golden Witch after episode 8. That's going to be in the plans now. That should be in the plans, yeah. The gacha animations are fire, though. I have not seen the animation, so I might have to look into that, Blanco. Oh wait, yeah, one more comment from chat before I read this text line. To be fair, I think there isn't much worse than episode 17 party fragment. I feel like seeing Kyrie kill Balor right in front of her would be pretty bad. Like, you know, them confirming, like, you know, that Kyrie has the capability of killing Balor. I feel like that would be, you know, even worse in episode 7. Alongside the big brother, who was grasping at the handrail and screaming away that no one that age should scream, was a little sister, also grasping the handrail and jumping about it like it was a ride at an amusement park. George and the others just couldn't hold in their laughter at the difference.
6年を経てもバトラ君は本当に賑やかだね。
エンジョもマリアも今年はひときわ賑やかだぜ。
いとこ5人が全員揃うのってひょっとしてこれが初めて？
あれ、そうかな。なるほどね。今年はこれまでになく最高に賑やかってわけだ。
ジョージの兄貴、これ早すぎねえか。
Hi, letter eater. I think from now on, George is going to be known as the guy who ate the letter. He's going to be forever known as the guy who ate Balor's letter.
頼むよ。船の人に言ってスピードを下げてもらってくれ。
こんなので早すぎなんてバトラ情け
You know what we must do, Kawabata. You know what you must do.
これ以上早くなったらお兄ちゃん船から落ちちゃうぞ。
Isn't there an interior on this boat?
いいのか落ちて落ちる。
Well, you'll be with Erika if you fall.
多数決の結果バトラ君の速度を下げるという提案は
却下みてえだぜ。
ほらほら、お兄ちゃん落ちちゃうよ、落ちちゃうよ。
Speaking of eating letters, just imagine the first, like, episode when Maria's like, hey, I have a letter from Beatrice. George is like, can I see that? And just starts eating the letter in front of the entire family before Maria read it. Oh, man, I wonder how, I wonder how the culprit would react if George just started eating the letter in front of everyone. Oh, would that just, like, cause for them just to walk out and explain the game? Or would they just, like, let it happen? I would love to see, the fragment where George ate the witch's letter in front of the entire family.
怖がりのバトラはくすぐりの刑だ。
Oh, yeah. Oh, there is an interior, but Balor pointed out in episode 1 that those inside the boat are, at the point of disaster, are the ones who are most likely to die.
よせやめろマリア。エンジェもやめろ。ラメ
よかった。エンジェの体調心配だったんだけど。
一人だけ留守番じゃ気の毒だしね。無理にでも連れてきてよかったぜ。
直前に大きく体調を崩したって聞いてたけれど、それが今朝になったらケロリよ。子供って本当にすごいわ。
緊張が体調に出るタイプなんやろな。そういうのはいざ当日を迎えるとケロッと治ることもあるもんや。
いとこ5人ではしゃぐのが楽しくて仕方ないんでしょうね。
子供たちが楽しそうにしているのを見ているとこっちまで元気になってきますね。
The adults smiled as they watched the children play around. Angie, who had gotten very sick and who everyone had thought would be absent, made a miraculous recovery. Thanks in part to her strong desire to join in, she had come along to the family conference with the others. And so, for the first time ever, all 5 cousins were gathered together. October 4th, 1986, became a day like no other. How does it feel for you, Michael, to see Kyrie act all lovey-dovey in front of the family like this? After hearing what was revealed about Kyrie last chapter... I guess, she knows how to make public appearances. That's one thing I'll have to say. Like, in her head, she's probably not caring much at all. But in terms of, like, keeping up faces, she's, like, I guess in a way, acting? I only watched the VOD, but I remember you saying Krauss and Natsui are the best parents, which I agree with, but Eva and Hideyoshi aren't too far behind. Yes, Eva and Hideyoshi aren't the worst parents, I will say that, but I feel like Krauss and Natsui are slightly above them in terms of, like, general personality, as Eva can get very mean and almost like a bully. Even though Krauss can be a bully, he doesn't go to the extremes like Natsui has done sometimes. Krauss just seems like, a guy who's all into himself, while Ava has done, like, some pretty mean things, especially to Natsui and Shannon. The kids dashed up the path, leading from the arbor to the rose garden. They were probably so charged up that even walking was too boring for them.
見たか一番
Balor was the first to reach the Rose Garden, which was the goal. Don't make Jessica have an asthma attack now. Apparently, he was trying to make up for the dishonor he had suffered on the boat by proving his superiority on land. She didn't hate this little position, was ready to live through it without issues, besides bad things she was doing with Rudolph in business. That is fair. That is fair. Kyrie did not mind the life she had with Rudolph. She's just very quick to adapt when the lifestyle might have to change. True, Ava isn't Natsui or Shannon's mom, so that is a fair assessment in terms of raising a kid. Though, at times I definitely feel like some of George's personality can be rubbed off on, Ava's desire for George to be, super successful and the lead of the family, and the head of the family. So there might be, like, some things with George that, may have come from Ava's desire for George to be perfect. A short while later, Angie and Maria reached them in a dead heat. I mean, that's kind of an unfair competition because you have 3 years ahead of her. And that is very true. Ava was definitely not a Rosa. Asthma attacks. You mean those fake calls that ended up becoming real, much like Hugh Laurie faking a bad leg, ending up with a fake leg? I don't know what this reference is, and I don't know if I should laugh at it. Just the way it was written. Oh my god. Just the way it was written made me laugh a little bit, but I don't know if I should. The 3-year gap between Angie and Maria was large, especially since both of them were growing kids. It was only natural that Maria was faster, but Angie seemed to be complaining about a shoulder bump at the starting line. The only bad thing Ava did was the way she raised George. In fact, there's a lot of talk that George's difficulty in making friends is because of this. Marie Oni-chan cheated, so she gets last place. Teacher always says you get last place if you cheat, protested Angie. Hugh Laurie equals house. Oh, another House reference. I've actually not seen House outside of, like, some clips I saw on YouTube. I definitely should probably try it out sometime because I've watched so much of the show on YouTube Shorts to begin with. And teachers always say you get last place if you cheat. If you're caught cheating.
ほらほら、喧嘩するなって。それにしても、二人とも本当に早いな。
こんなに走ったのはずいぶん久しぶりだよ。ああ、風が気持ちいいね。
ジョージの兄貴は運動不足じゃねえの？毎朝の遅刻レースに鍛えられてりゃ誰だって足腰は強くなるもんだぜ。
つまりその足の速さは朝寝坊の証ってわけだね。
お兄ちゃんはお寝坊なの。今朝も起きなかったから園長が起こしたんだよ。ねえ。
Are you sleeping in Balor? Were you up late?
ストンピングからフライングエルボー。最後のトップロープからのボディプレスは強烈だったな。
Hugh's the rude doctor dash main character. He acted as if he had a bad leg for his character, and his acting made his leg actually turn bad. Oh, just much like Jessica's face caused her into an actual asthma attack. I wish I could be a good sleeper. Same here, Zartan. I've been having bad insomnia recently, so I've been averaging like 5 to 6 hours these past few weeks. A day, like 5 to 6 hours a day. Which is not bad, but less than what you're supposed to, which is like 8 hours on average a day.
起きるどころか永遠に
起きれなくなりそうな目覚めだぜ。
面白そう。マリアもやる、マリアもやる。お兄ちゃん、きっと明日も寝坊するよ。今度はマリアお姉ちゃんと一緒に起こすよ。
Uh-oh.
今夜は夜更かしは大概にした方が良さそうだね。
Finally, the adults came into sight. The cousins waved at them, urging them to hurry up. Angie and Maria were so excited that they could hardly wait. Just by having all 5 cousins together. Just by adding Angie into the group. Look at how energetic this day has become. Oh.
失礼いたします。親族の皆様方がご到着いたしました。
無事に着いたかね。では私は親父殿に伝えてくるとしよう。
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you must let father know because he's obviously going to be able to respond to that.
皆さんは今はゲストハウスに？
はい。荷物を置かれましたら、こちらへ挨拶に来られるとのことです。
わかりました。カノンは皆さんのご案内を。
Okay, so this is kind of reminding me of some of the chapters like in the question arcs already.
シャノンは紅茶の準備を急ぐように。
Although this could be the calm before the storm.
かしこまりました、奥様。
お父さん、クラウスです。そろそろご準備をお願いします。
What's that snide comment supposed to mean? Of course father would be able to attend. What are you implying?
おや、なんじゃ。
Oh, I totally missed the line. I completely lost track. Hold on. After Klaus knocked on the door, it opened from the inside.
親父殿は。
I completely forgot there was a line right there. Here we go. Another version of Kinzo. It is not Evil Goldsmith from episode 4. We don't know yet, Mad Goldsmith. We don't know yet. Wants if he's just a skeleton in the chair.
ご安心を。
Also, wait, there was a line I probably missed. Oh no, it was just that it opened from the inside. Got it.
もう着替えておりますぞ。ただ少し緊張されているようですな。
Oh God!
誰が緊張しているというのか。
Not expecting for Kinzo to suddenly pop up. Oh my, hey Kinzo.
お気に入りの片翼のネクタイピンが見つからぬ。
What? Huh?
だからいつも夏希に言っているのだ。
What?
勝手に物の場所を動かすなと。
Is Natsu even allowed in your room? Is Natsu even allowed in your room? And also, why is Kinzo talking like he's a kid? Apparently, Kinzo had been running around for some time. Just because he couldn't decide on a neck and tie pin? Kinzo, who felt that the dignity of the family head must always be preserved, usually made a big deal about the head's attire being equally dignified. When did he become a fucking sitcom character? This feels like something out of a sitcom. Find Grandpa's necktie and pin. I feel like this is something that, you know, Kinzo would not care about.
なんとかなりそうですかの。
Though, of course, we don't really get a lot of details about how he was like in life, and, I currently have a theory about what's going on here, actually, so I'm gonna pause for a second, because I actually have a theory about what's going on here already, just from Kinzo's interaction alone. So the characters, they're acting the way that Angie remembers them acting. That's what I'm already assuming. Instead of this game being, like, you know, the perspective of, like, you know, each and every one of the characters or how characters are perceived by, like, the characters we've already followed, this is how Angie at 6 years old would think about her relatives, and it will only go based off of her memories of a 6-year-old. So maybe, according to Angie, she might have gotten the impression that Kinzo's a goofy grandpa. So that's why Kinzo's acting a little bit more goofy. In some alternative reality, and especially in some magic courtrooms, and magic courtroom records, she's allowed to enter Kinzo's room. Oh, okay. Okay. Burns episode 8 storytelling with love. Oh, she is using Angie's love of her family to manipulate her right here. This is still manipulation 101. Manipulation 01. I mean 101. 101. Because this is based off of how Angie at 6 years old perceived her family members, so characters might not be in their own characterizations. It's by the impression that Angie got. In some magic courtroom record... Oh my god. Kenzo's a lot to enter that, so he's... No. No. I forgot that is actually something that was a major point in episode 5.
もうしばらく時間をいただけますかな。準備ができたら下へ参りますので。
Yeah, already I could tell that this Kenzo does not seem right.
わかりました。南條先生、よろしくお願いします。お父さん、そのネクタイピンでもよく似合っていますよ。
そのネクタイピンとは何か、そのとは。
He's crying. And yes, my beard has grown. How you doing, Derek?
年に一度しかない親族会議の日であるぞ。妥協など許せんぞ。あのネクタイピンでなくてはダメだ。どこだ、どこだ、どこだ。
Burn Castle apologists. Is there like people who like, you know, are Burn Castle apologists? Like people are like Cube apologists from Majika Madoka? I don't know anything about apologizing for Cube. Nothing at all. I know nothing about apologizing for Cube. Yeah, I don't apologize for Cube sometimes. Who knows? We never actually met Kinzo before, and it's possible for someone to become like that in old age. Me stopping at allowed to enter Natsui makes that phrase sound much worse because I accidentally seem like I self-censored. You know what? I actually like it when it sounds a lot worse now, Ganema. I like it how it sounds much worse. Out of context. Out of context. Oh.
金蔵さん、その引き出しはさっき調べたでしょうが。それに素晴らしいネクタイピンをいくつもお持ちのはずだ。今日というお日柄に合わせてふさわしいものをセレクトするのもおしゃれの見せ所ですぞ。
For someone who's implied to be in their 70s or 80s, he has a lot of, you know, energy.
そうであるか。片翼のわしじゃなくてもよいのか。
As Krauss watched Nanjo calm Kinzo down, he started finding it hard to believe that this doctor wasn't his own mother. I'm definitely not a burn apologist, but who am I to judge a 1,000-year-old witch that grumbles under boredom? That is fair. That is fair. Well, it was always like this. He always makes a fuss when no one's looking, but when the time comes, he makes his decision with pride. After asking Nancho to come down by lunch at the latest, Krauss snuck out of the study. Oh, they're lovers in this timeline, we all know it. Nancho and Kinzo, we all know it.
どうです？いい香りでしょう。そして珍しいでしょう。
パンプキンティーなんて初めて飲みました。ほんのり甘くて美味しいですね。
As one step in preparing tea for the guests, Goda let Shannon try a bit first. Until then, Shannon had thought it would be outrageous for a servant such as herself to drink the same thing as the family and their guest. However, according to Goda, that kind of thinking was a mistake.
お客様にお出しするものを味も知らずに出すことはできません。
Taste testers. Taste testers.
例えば、訪れたレストランで初めて知る料理に興味を持ったとき、ウェーターを呼び止めたならこう聞くでしょう。
That is a very good point, actually. Sometimes when I go to a restaurant blindly without, knowing too much about the food at the restaurant, I always actually ask the worker what do they, recommend for me to try. Although I sometimes like doing the technique where I close my eyes and pick a random thing on the menu. If I, don't know anything about the food they're serving, I just close my eyes sometimes and pick random things. I sometimes go off of the server's suggestions as well.
この料理はどんな味ですかと。
そうですね。そこで食べたことがないから知りませんでは、なんだかおかしな話ですものね。
そういうことです。給仕に携わるものならば、お客様にお出しするお茶やお料理の味については熟知していて当然なのです。
それに自分で飲んで美味しかったお茶ならお出しする時にも自然と嬉しくなってしまうものですしね。
Taste testers, early called poison checkers. Magical Goto Chef knows people died in the early games from sudden rage and hysteria, so she had a taste for poison before serving the food. But wait, isn't he the one making the food? Oh wait. Appearances. The family sees that Shannon tried out the food, so they assume that it's safe. However, the food that Shannon had did not have the poison. It was the fake food. So that when the real food comes out with the actual poison, people are trusting Shannon's opinions. Always check your micro bomb before serving. Yes, miniature bombs.
こんな美味しいお茶なら、ぜひ皆さんにも飲んでもらいたいって気持ちになります。
だからこそ、私たち使用人はあらゆるお料理の味に熟知しなければならないのです。だから私がひょいとつまみ食いをしてしまったとしても、それも使用人の務め。
役得であり、仕事であるわけです。わかりましたか？
はい。
準備ご苦労。お茶の方は問題ないか？
ああ、源氏さんもぜひ飲んでみてください。
You remember Beatrice not being able to argue against small bombs. Because there are small bombs in the island. Many small bombs.
ハロウィンらしく、今日はかぼちゃの紅茶ですよ。
I always forget that Umineko takes place around Halloween season because it's October 4th and 5th. I always seem to forget that, actually.
後でもらおう。もうじき親族の方々がお屋敷にいらっしゃられる。
You don't think Goda could prepare pumpkin flavored tea before then?
お子様方もご一緒しそうな雰囲気だ。
はい。カップの用意も万全です。
At that moment, the kitchen's extension line started to ring. Genji, who was standing right beside it, swiftly picked up the receiver before the second ring. How do you forget that when Maria reminds us? Oh yeah, she does. Happy Maria. She got smacked in the face for loving Halloween. Yep. Yep, that memory just hit me in the face as well. Shannon and the others always thought Genji looked like a samurai when he did this.
わかった。粗相のないようにご案内を。
No. After giving that short response, Genji set the receiver down.
カノンからだ。今から親族方がこちらにおいでになる。お子様方もご一緒とのことだ。シャノンとクマサーはお出迎えを。ゴーダは紅茶の準備を急ぐように。
はい。
The family conference. It was the largest event of the year for the servants. They were all excited and determined to make it through together once again this year.
Oh, よく来たね。道中問題はなかったかね。
兄さん、儲けてるんでしょそろそろ自家用ジェットを買いなさいよ。
Oh?
今回の機内も後ろ宮家しかおらんかったからな。
エンジェちゃん、来られてよかったですね。体調が悪いから欠席するかもしれないと聞いて心配していたのですよ。
ご心配をおかけしました。今朝になったら急に元気になりまして。
お腹痛いのどっか行っちゃった。お腹をぐるぐる時計回りにさせるの。
Wait, what does that do? When you rub your stomach clockwise? I guess in a way that can make you fart because you're pushing on the intestines. Maybe Angie just really needed to fart or poop. No, it's to stimulate the intestines to let you get out any poop that's in your system.
こらマリア、少し静かにしなさい。
おお、そっちはバトラ君かね。大きくなった。
6年ぶりですね。
Can you really land a jet on an island this small, 2 kilometers across and lots of uncultivated forest? Definitely not. I feel like you could crash a plane onto this island, but not land one.
本当に立派になりました。
Helicopter would be risky, but I could see a helicopter, but they have to have like a landing pad or a very open field. And I feel like if you land in the rose garden, that would like chop up a lot of the rose bushes, or like, you know, break them all up because of the wind power of the helicopter blades.
いやおかげさまで背ばっか伸びまして。
肝っ玉の方は相変わらずみてえだけどな。
むしろ相変わらずバトラ君でいてくれて僕は安心したけどね。
Balor may be bigger, but he's still Balor.
こいつは飛行機でも船でも落ちるのなんのと相変わらず賑やかでな。
アスムさんの血でしょ。
多分あれだぜ。こいつが小さい頃遊園地で激しめなのばっか乗せて回ったからだ。
身長制限で乗れないんじゃないの？
いやいや、ティーカップとか足こぎボートとかいろいろあるだろう。そういうのをちょいと激しめに付き合わせたのがまずかったみたいだ。
I can only think of the videos of the people that are literally like about to hit their heads against the water in the teacup rides. Like you're going so fast that the teacup's like leaning all the way down to the water where you literally are dipping your head inside of the water by how fast it's going.
ルドルフ兄さんは昔からそういうのをやりすぎるたちだから。
それはかわいそうに。
You may be laughing, Natsui, but you look so much in pain as you say that.
バトラ君には同情するよ。
でも安心したわ。乗り物嫌いでこそバトラ君って感じだものね。
What do you mean by that?
お兄ちゃんは乗り物が嫌いなんじゃないの。
Isn't that the only thing that actually makes teacups actually fun? Yes, I do agree with that. Doing crazy stuff like that is the only way that the teacup rides are fun. However, the rides are technically meant for kids, so for kids, very, like, you know, slow speed might be just good enough to entertain them for like a few minutes.
落ちるから嫌いなの。
こら、走り回らないの。マリア、お姉ちゃんでしょ。お手本を見せなさい。
失礼します。お茶の配膳に参りました。
A pleasant aroma followed Shannon as she came into the room, pushing a serving cart. Even Angie and Maria, who had been running around in circles, sat down obediently when they heard that drinks were here.
ところで、親父はどうしてんだ？
もうじき降りてくるだろう。ネクタイ一本選ぶのに朝から大騒ぎだよ。
Is Kinzo actually going to come down this year? Because this is to Angie's memories, so Kinzo might have been able to come down from what Angie remembers of family conferences.
相変わらず当主として威厳ある服装がどうのこうの。
お父さんって昔からネクタイにはやたらうるさいわよね。
こだわりがあられるのでしょう。おしゃれなのは良いことです。
その割に結局いつも同じネクタイで現れるのね。
It's a part of his branding, Klaus. You gotta understand that it's very important to keep up appearances as a brand. The family members burst out laughing. The sweet scent of Gouda especially made pumpkin tea spread throughout the parlor, and the calm atmosphere grew more cheery and excited.
ママ見て、ママ見て。パンプキンのクッキーだよ。ハロウィンだ。
Happy Halloween, Maria.
あら、本当ね。この甘い匂いはかぼちゃなのかしら。
はい。今日のお紅茶は珍しいパンプキンのフレーバーなんですよ。とっても美味しいですから、最初はぜひストレートで召し上がってみてください。
姉さん、袖気をつけて。
へえ、かぼちゃの紅茶なんてあるんだ。ゴーダさんはよくこんなのを見つけてくるよな。
美味しいね。なかなかいいよ。かぼちゃの自然な甘みが感じられるね。かぼちゃを紅茶にね。
The more they say kabocha, the more I think they say kabucha. How many restrooms do you have on the island, Klaus? If you're all serving everyone kombucha, people are gonna use the restroom. I had kombucha for the first time like a few months ago during my semester at university. I don't like kombucha. I know a lot of people out there really do like kombucha, but it is not for me. I cannot do kombucha. So every time they're saying kabocha, I keep on thinking they're saying kombucha, and I'm like, oh, I feel bad for the servants for what they have to deal with for the bathrooms.
でもよ、かぼちゃと言ったら天ぷらが一番だよな。
おお、かぼちゃじゃないの、パンプキンなの。パンプキンはかぼちゃじゃないの。パンプキンなの。
Maria seemed to think the English word was more fitting for Halloween. But it looked like Angie thought kabocha and pumpkins were entirely different things. She is 6 years old. Everyone laughed, but Angie, not knowing why she was being laughed at, cocked her head to one side discontentedly. Just when it looked like she was about to get in a bad mood and start grumbling, Maria started teaching her a cookie game, and Angie immediately became engrossed with that distraction. Nice one. Close call, Maria. Oh shit. Then, the sound of approaching footsteps drifted in from the hallway. It is time. Naja's gonna walk down with wizard gear and start killing the family one by one. When the relatives realize whose footsteps those must be, they all straighten up. Yep, they know. First Twilight's about to begin. Naja's gonna start killing. Those quick footsteps stopped for a moment, just outside the parlor door, as though someone was taking a deep breath and setting up a dramatic pause. Then, the door exploded open as Kinzo yelled out loud, with Genji and Nanjo standing behind him. Oh no! Nanjo's behind Kinzo! He's gonna stab him in the back! Oh, he's arrived.
Happy Halloween!
I think I would be scared shitless if one of my grandparents did this, to be honest. I'm sorry, but if I was a kid and one of my grandparents just did that, I might be scared. The cousins shouted it back. The adults returned the greeting too, looking embarrassed and refusing to meet his gaze. Is this the timeline where Kinzo Sage has caught up to him and he becomes a goofy grandpa? Oh man, this Kinzo is very different. And this might be the Kinzo that Angie saw. Angie alone stood there with her mouth open, unable to comprehend what just happened. Wait, no, does she not understand this Kinzo? Wait a second. Wait a second. Is this on purpose to confuse Angie? Changing up a little bit of the personalities of the characters, especially Kinzo's? Oh god, seeing Kinzo being a loving grandfather is very weird. What the fuck? Maria picked up a present that had been behind a What? Maria picked up a present that had been hidden behind a sofa. Were they all supposed to bring gifts for Kinzo? Is this like a family conference thing? Come to think of it, all the relatives were now holding similar packages. Oh yeah, Burn Castle is fucking with Angie right now. What is Angie supposed to give? Kyrie handed Angie a neatly wrapped present.
Oh, Maria!
Did he just refer to himself as Oji-chan? No, he did not say Oji-chan. He said Oji-san, or did he say Oji-chan? It sounded like he said Oji-chan rather than Oji-san. Oh boy. I have to can we get a repeat of that line? No, we can't. damn. Did he say Oji-chan or Oji-san? I'm gonna have to replay the VOD for that one. As Kinzo took Maria's present, a smile broke out across his face, and he rubbed his cheek up against it. What?
親方様、威厳をお忘れでございます。
そうであったな。嬉しいぞ、我が孫マリアよ。お菓子をくれたので、今年はいたずらは勘弁してやろうぞ。
Coming from what he said in like the first or second chapter about how much he hated his family, especially like, you know, him not liking his grandkids. This is so weird to see Kinzo like this.
今度はおじいさまの番。お菓子をくれなきゃいたずらしちゃうぞ。
心得ておるぞ。源氏。
こちらを。
Genji fished through something that looked like a... What? Genji fished through something that looked like Santa Claus's sack and pulled out a present addressed to Maria, handing it over to Kinzo. This is so new to me.
あれ、マリア。おじいちゃんからのプレゼントであるぞ。これはの、かわいいぞ。マリアにあげるのが惜しいわい。
Okay, whoever is the voice actor of Kinzo must have loved doing these lines. Like, he sounds like he's having a blast.
親方様、威厳。
これは後ろ宮家当主からのマリアへのプレゼントである。これはそのかわいい後ろ宮家の貫禄にふさわしい品であるぞ。
Why if Kinzo was like this whole time, and the parents all came up with a strict grandfather figure just so that the family has like some sort of outside dignity outside the home? Like they forced Kinzo to stay inside, saying, "All right, Grandpa, we can handle the family business stuff. You just stay inside and be like, you know, our diligent and stoic family leader." Meanwhile, he's actually like this in real life.
心して受け取るがよい。
ありがとう、おじいさま。大好き。チュチュチュ。
That's a new sound effect too. That's a new sound effect.
Oh, Mario! 我がかわいい孫よ。ちっちゃちっちゃちゃ。
This is the same guy we read about in episode 7 that had a kid with his daughter. This is the same guy. This is the same guy that had a child with his daughter. This is the same guy. Oh, this is also the same guy that in the 1940s at the end of the World War killed a bunch of soldiers. This is the same guy. He killed a bunch of soldiers in the basement of the, you know, mansion. Got a bunch of gold. Oh, don't make me forget. This is the same man who had a child with his daughter. By this point, even Genji had to give up on Kinzo's dignity. Maybe it was Genji that killed Kinzo. It was Genji because Genji could not see Kinzo like this, so he just took him out. Still, the dignity of the family head had lasted a full 10 seconds. Longer than usual this year. Longer than usual?
おじい様、ハッピーハロウィン。これは僕からです。
ハッピーハロウィン。これは私から。
Yes, motherfuckers do change over time. I will give that. I will give it that. It's just the impression we had from previous chapters. Gift giving between family members is supposed to be obligatory at huge and important family meetings in Japan. That's fair. That's fair. It's funny since Kinzo was supposed to hate Maria, he didn't even like her name. I think that the original Kinzo was a good grandpa, but surely Eva and Sayo still had a grudge against him, so they painted him as a demon. That is a fair point, though. That is a very fair point. Because a lot of these stories are from Sayo or, you know, Eva's point of view. So their image of Kinzo is the one that's, you know, given out there. He could have been like this in the mansion. He could have been like this in the mansion. Oh my god, yeah, he could have been like this. I also need to plug in into my other screen because I forgot to plug that in. But he could have been like this, actually. And it was just the impression that he had on Sayo and Eva that made him like this, you know, that made him like this in the previous chapters, because those are from their point of view. I will say that is a very good point that was given by Mickey. It's still a disturbing image, I must add.
Oh, George and Jessica. 今年もありがとう。私は嬉しいぞ。
Just imagine he's so happy to see all the gifts from George, Jessica, as well as, you know, Maria. But as soon as he goes to battle, he's like, fuck you for leaving the family, asshole. Why is he just like that? With tears streaming down his face, Kinzo hugged George and Jessica. Why is he just hates Battler's guts?
Oh, そしてバトラーか。
The next line is, fuck you, before we just hear Golden Slaughter begin playing. All the previous episodes were message bottles for the outside world, and are created by the outside world's point of view. So what if this was the real Kinzo? Can the real Shiramiya Kinzo please stand up?
よく戻ってきたな、後ろ宮家に。
I repeat, can the real Shiramiya Kinzo please stand up?
寂しかったぞ、この6年間。
いや、まあそのハッピーハロウィン気に入ってくれるかわからねえけど。
良いのだ、良いのだ、バトラーよ。言いたいこともあろう、聞きたいこともあろう。
What the fuck?
だが今はそれはなしだ。
Jesus.
But there are no more Bon Spaghettis for Kinzo to barf while standing up. I'm glad that at least one person got my joke.
よく後ろ宮家に戻ってきてくれたな。私は嬉しいぞ。
Man, I wish that Kinzo's had a sudden different reaction to seeing Balor. I kind of wish, because that would be like great comedy. Slowly, Kinzo moved forward and hugged Battler. Battler drew back at first, but then he understood Kinzo's feelings and hugged him back. Angie watched the scene play out, shocked. Was Ishimiya Kinzo always this kind of person?
エンジェ、次はお前の番だぞ。
ほら、それをおじい様に渡して。
Alright, more than one person got the Slim Shady reference. I made that joke many times before? Oh. Wait, did I do the same joke again? Wait, I've done that before? To be honest, sometimes my jokes I repeat unintentionally because either my mind thinks I haven't said them yet, or my mind just like, let's do this one again. Oh man. I mean, I've been doing this for like 10 years, so it's bound to happen. Slim Shady? The heck are you talking about? It's from Eminem. But who is the real Slim Shady? And can he please stand up? Angie didn't have a clue what was going on. Actually, before we hear from Angie's point of view about what's happening here. I'm gonna do a quick restroom break. But that was a very interesting scenario that we have right here. We have a very interesting scenario. A Kinzo that loves his grandchildren. Your jokes are out of reflex then, maybe? You made the joke last stream. I did not make a Slim Shady joke last stream. I swear by that one. I did not make one. I do not remember that. I do not remember that. Also, I'll be right back in uno momento. Oh, there's like a weird graphical glitch on my computer. Oh, there. Huh. On my other computer, there was a weird graphical glitch. Interesting. His kombucha is leaving his system right now. No! Not the fucking kombucha! No, not the kombucha. Oh, no. I mentioned kombucha once, and it's gonna stay forever. But you know what? Fuck kombucha. I don't understand it. I don't understand kombucha. Why do people like it? It is not good. Like, it doesn't even taste good, and it makes you shit all over the place. I had to fight my roommate for the toilet at one point. That was how bad it was. We banned kombucha from our apartment. Like, no one's allowed to drink it even because how much it was a bad experience. Oh, man. And yep, I might want to do the Carolina Reaper challenge still. Angie. Well, okay, hold on. Hot peppers are better than kombucha. I'd rather have a ghost pepper with seeds, or hell, a Carolina Reaper with seeds, than drink kombucha again. That's how much I do not like kombucha. Like, that's like actually a hill I will die on. Kombucha's like one of the worst drinks I've ever had. No, I don't even know if it's meant to be good. Is it? It makes you shit, so maybe it's supposed to be like a form of medicine? I'm gonna get off the kombucha talk. Angie. Didn't have a clue what was going on. Same here. She took the present her mother had given her and walked forward timidly. Kinzo's face, which had looked so cheery a second ago, suddenly became stern as soon as Angie stepped forward. Oh, wait, the son switched to hating grandkids comes with Angie, not Valor? No, it didn't become stern. That expression was the one always worn by the Kinzo inside Angie's mind. This was Yoshimiya Kinzo. He was fickle, short-tempered, and always wore a stern expression on his face. This was the most terrifying person in the Yoshimiya family. It felt as though the world suddenly went quiet. And it only did it when I stepped forward. Why? Why only for me? But isn't this how it should be? Isn't this the Shiranbiya Kinzo I expect? The Shiranbiya Kinzo I understand? I was like a puppet carrying a tea tray. I walked forward, bewildered, with the present held out in front of me, and stepped in front of Kinzo. Without letting his expression change in the slightest, Kinzo slowly reached out and touched the present. Whoa. You can hear the strain in the voice actor's voice! You can hear the strain! Dude! Drink some water or tea! You're gonna ruin your throat! In an instant, Angie was caught in a firm embrace, present and all. Kinzo's white beard rubbed against her cheek. Oh god, get ready for beard burn. Dude, you need to calm down while voicing these lines. This voice actor went all out, but he actually sounds like a dying old man. Oh my god. You can even hear the clicks of his throat and tongue by how hard he's going right now.
親方様、鼻水が。ついでに威厳もお忘れなく。
Your dignity is running.
源氏、すまぬ。
Oh wait, wait, that's still the voice line, what? Wait, that's the voice line, but that's supposed to be a narration line. Interesting. Interesting, I think I might have hit a glitch. As the old man blew his nose. Nose water? No! I do not want nose water! He didn't look like he could possibly be anyone other than a kindly grandpa overcome with tears at his grandchildren's gifts.
ありがとう、エンジ。聞けば体調が悪いのに無理をしてきてくれたそうだな。おじいちゃんは本当に嬉しいぞ。さあ、お前にはこれだ。
He pressed a large gift box to Angie's. He pressed a large gift box to Angie's chest. What's in the box? What's in the box? She finally realized that all of Kinzo's presents were wrapped differently and in boxes of different sizes. Okay, so in the prelude, Balor gave Angie the key. I wonder if Kinzo's gonna give Angie something else that she's gonna have to use at some point in this game. Interesting. There's already a theme between Balor and Kinzo because Balor gave Angie the key. Is Kinzo gonna give Angie the book? Or is Kinzo gonna give something else to Angie?
毎年じい様が誰に何を送るか自分で考えてるそうだぜ。これだけの大人数をよくやるもんだよな。
I don't think it's gonna be the book. It's gonna be something else, but it's gonna be relating to this game this time.
毎年自分で。
Angie's already suspecting something different about this year. He does... What? Every year? He picks... What? Himself? This bizarre ceremony happens every year? The cousins were all happily chattering about what their Halloween presents would be this year. Maria came up to Angie and suggested that they compare the weights of their presents. But for some reason, Angie just stared blankly. After that, the adults also handed their presents to Kinzo one by one, receiving a gift in return, along with considerate words about their health and questions about how they've been doing recently. Oh, I feel like I'm in an Uncanny Valley world. This feels like another world, like Umineko was written by someone else entirely with different characters. This feels like an alternative world, but I know that's the point. Angie knows something is wrong. Angie knows she's within an uncanny valley with the reader. Though I wonder if we're going to get any of the witches talking to Angie during this, or is she going to completely go into this blind until the very end? That's going to be a very interesting thing, because we have not heard anything from the witches yet. So are we going to hear from the witches in the beginning of the game, or are they only going to show up towards the end? Because right now, we're in some weird uncanny valley. Then, after watching to see all exchanges had been completed, Goda appeared and announced that lunch was ready.
そうか、準備ができたか。さあ、一同諸君。
And outside of episode 4, I think this is the first interaction I've seen between Kinzo and Goda, outside of episode 4.
ゴーダ自慢のランチに舌鼓を打とうではないか。さあさあ、食堂へ移動しよ
う。どうぞ皆様、ご案内いたします。
プレゼントは私どもでゲストハウスのお部屋へお運びいたします。
And also, everyone's very pleasant right now. That's another thing about Uncanny Valley. Everyone's very pleasant and seems happy to be there. That further contributes to this Uncanny Valley feeling I'm getting.
どうぞ、置いたままでお食事に向かわれてください。
The relatives stood up, leaving their presents where they lay on tables and sofas, and followed Kinzo out of the parlor. Understandable that this is the first for long Kinzo met with Goda. Goda even forgot about Kinzo in episode 5 as he never ever saw him. Only Angie remained standing there, stunned, as she clutched the present Kinzo had given her. What's in the box? What's in the box? Goda's lunches had never betrayed expectations before. When Hideyoshi said that these meals were the only reason anyone ever came to these family conferences, everyone laughed and nodded. Only one thing is certain for this episode, though. There will be no duel between Shannon and Cannon, as they both exist next to each other in front of everyone. Good point, Ganama. That's a very good point. Although I feel like there won't be much on Shannon and Cannon in this chapter, because it feels like they're taking a back seat. Surprisingly, they're taking a back seat, even though this is technically their story. I feel like they're going to be taking a back seat to Angie's story this time, because I feel like everything that could be done with Beatrice, Shannon, Cannon, and Sayo were all done last chapter. So I feel like this chapter is going to focus on Angie and sending off her family story. Because I feel like this is going to be the chapter that focuses on Angie, Battler, Kyrie, and Rudolph for some reason. Because this is a game following Angie if she went to the family conference that year. So in a way, I feel like Cannon and Shannon, the reason why they're together and in the same room as everyone, is they're backseating this tale, as it's not theirs this time. It's Angie's. At least that's my theory about that, because after, spilling Claire's guts, what else is there to, show? Except for maybe showing what happened to Battler. And if Beatrice survived the shot that Kyrie, did in the underground bunker. I guess that might be the only thing I might want to hear more about if they survived the underground bunker stuff from last time's tea party. Though that might be this story to explain that. Shannon again and giving their dual flintlocks over to Angie so she can take the reins this time. Angie's the one who does the slaughter! She's like, no, this is all wrong. This is not my family. Pulls out dual flintlocks and kills her family one by one. She just does the massacre of like 17 fucking people. And leaves Ava alive saying, you take care of me now since you're the last one standing. That's the Rokkenjima massacre. It wasn't Ava, it was Angie. And the whole sick thing, that was just like, you know, that was just a cover story. Angie was there the whole time. She killed the family. The Angie culprit theory I just made is great. The delicious food caused conversations to rub all over the room. You've gotten so big. How have you been lately? Pretty good. It was a fun meal, with everyone asking each other about the latest and laughing together. The Shinomiya family sat at meals in a specific ranked eating order. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So the adult siblings, the cousins, and the spouses all sat in groups. So conversation sprung up naturally. Angie had withdrawn slightly for the cousins' chat and was looking around the dining hall. What are Kinzo and the adult siblings doing? Their conversation seemed to be peaceful and fun. Most of the time, the siblings were mothers or fathers of their own households. However, when they gathered together by themselves in front of Kinzo, that burden was lifted from their shoulders. And they became young and bright, as though they have gone back to being kids again. Rudolph, who was usually an easygoing father who nonetheless had a sense of dignity, became so bright and cheery in this group that it almost looked like there was another battler. Even Kinzo looked peaceful and relaxed. He didn't say a word about money or the inheritance. In fact, he didn't even insult his children or call them incompetent. He just looked like a happy old man, genuinely pleased to have his whole family together for the only time this year. The group of spouses. We just fucking seen Nanjo with them. We just seen Nanjo with them. The group of spouses with just Nanjo. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Nanjo? Who's Maria's father? I'm not going there. Actually, I should not. I should not go there. The group of spouses was just as harmonious. The mothers kept up bringing up problems with education and household matters, as well as family health issues. Hideyoshi and Nanjo happily joined in on their conversation. Still, the spouses and Nanjo's just with them. In Land of the Golden Woods, original episode 3, Battler was supposed to put everyone in a single room, yet murders would still happen. That just seems very hard to write. That sounds very hard to write. Kinzo x Nanjo. Why else do you think Nanjo was standing behind Kinzo as they entered the parlor? That's fair. You see, it does not imply that Nanjo is a spouse of Rosa. It further implies the Nanjo-Kinzo theory. And what about the cousins? There was no way such an enjoyable meal with such a fun group of friends could fail to be raucous. That's the first time I've seen that word in a while. Maria was in her element, showing off her knowledge of Halloween trivia. Celtic traditions or American traditions? George and Jessica would nod in understanding. Violet would say something stupid, and Maria would laugh at him. If I wanted, I could easily join in on that conversation. And if the dessert caught my attention, I could easily slip out of the conversation too. It was happiness, both fun and natural. It felt like waking up from a daydream to be greeted by the rays of the springtime sun.
天気予報によると今夜あたりからだいぶ崩れるらしいな。
Rikishi had plans for that and would have written it, and he ended up not doing it, not because it was too hard for him to write, but because he saw people online that had too many problems with episode 7, so he made episode 3 a lot easier to understand. You know, I kind of want to see the hard mode of episode 3 out now as well, Ganeba. I do want to see that. And Hideyoshi. Hideyoshi is the spouse of Eva, so it makes sense that he was in that group.
台風らしいからな。こりゃ今年も一泊じゃ済まなさそうだぜ。
Again? I like the additional again.
私は一向に構わんぞ。一泊と言わずいつまででも泊まっていくがいい。
Have you ever seen the show Psyche K? It was like a show that was like, you know, that got very popular once it got onto Netflix. He reminds me of Psyche Kuzuo's grandpa right now. He reminds me of Psyche Kuzuo's grandpa.
可愛い孫の顔が何日でも見られるなら、私は毎日雨乞いをしてもよいぞ。
Oh, did I say 7? Oops, I meant to say 2. I think I got so used to saying episode 7 that I'm still on episode 7 in my mind.
よしてよ、仕事があるんだから。
お父様が島を出ればいいんじゃない？そうすればもっと好きな時に孫の顔を見られるでしょうに。
Rosa, keep in mind he's old. He probably won't be able to travel as much.
確かに風情はあるが離島の暮らしはそろそろ答えるんじゃありませんか。
都会はうるさい。私の家族だけしかいない静かな島が一番だ。
Okay, when's the fucked up stuff about to happen? I know something's up with this, Kinzo. I know something's up with this whole thing. I know you're doing something, Burn. What are you doing, Burn Castle?
私はここを気に入っている。
What is the cat up to?
でも、六軒島じゃいざという時お医者様を呼ぶのにも時間がかかるわ。
Yes, Nanjo.
同感よ。もうお父様も年なんだからせめて新島に引っ越すべきだと思うわ。
私はもう老いた。家族だけに囲まれて静かに暮らしたい。
If Rosa succeeded in convincing old Kinzo to leave the island, maybe he dies. Oh no, would she get her inheritance? Okay, fair point, Kanema. If Kinzo dies when he leaves the island, everyone gets their inheritance, and no one will be able to cover up his death because it happened outside the island. The island itself is its own, you know, universe. If something happens on the island, the whole rest of the world doesn't know. Or could know. Because it's all isolated to one landmass that is away from everyone else. Which leads to the cat box of, what happened during the Rokkenjima incident between October 4th and October 5th, 1986? Interesting contrast, Rika always wanted it to rain since she got bored of the sunny days in Hinamizawa. In Rokkenjima, it rains pretty much every day. Thanks to the typhoon, yeah. Ah, interesting. From the sun in Himizawa to the rain in Rokkenjima. I wonder what the, you know, the the climate is like in Kikonia. I wonder what will the climate be like in the repeating Kikonia story. I don't know anything about Kikonia. I just know that it's the next part of the When They Cry series and only chapter 1 has been released and we don't know when chapter 2 is going to get released.
そして私は幸せ者。
I swear, once I start playing Kikonia, I bet the next chapter is going to release once I finish reading Kikonia.
それを実現できるこの島があるのだから。
Although for Kikonia, I'm going to follow Rikishi's wishes, and I'm not going to be streaming Kikonia. Even though you could stream the first 2 hours of gameplay, I'm actually not going to stream Kikonia. I'm probably going to make a reflection video dash review later. Since I do want to follow the wishes of Rikishi, as well as, like, you know, not show too much of the game as it's still going on. That's one of my statements about what I'm going to be planning to do with Kikonia. Since, like, I'm about done with Higurashi. Higurashi! Well, since I'm almost done with Umineko anyway, I'm gonna plan on going on to Kikonia, but I'm probably not gonna stream that game. I'm gonna find another one.
お父さん
I mean, I finished Kikonia in 2035. I'm about to be graduating from college, so soon I'll have a lot of time. And also, job applications have not been nice to me.
しんみりさせてしまったな。諸君、これでゴーダのランチは終了だ。孫たちよ、明日からはずっと雨らしい。晴れているのは今しかないぞ。バラをめでて、それから浜辺を散歩してはどうか。
そうですね。じゃあみんなそうさせてもらおうか。
Ask Michael in the attic to apply for work instead. Maybe he would succeed. What do you mean, Michael in the attic? He's he's hard at work right now, shoveling snow outside. I can ask him once he's done. I actually don't need to shovel snow for my apartment, which is a nice thing. Funnily enough, I like doing a lot of house cleaning and a lot of house care, but the thing I hate the most is shoveling snow. I just don't know. Is Little Busters still on my radar? Yes, Little Busters is on my radar. I'm currently double checking a few things though to see if I could stream it live. In regards to copyright and content, even though content I'm not too concerned about, it's mainly the copyright issues with some visual novels, since I know that some studios are very specific about what you can stream and what you cannot stream.
ガラス拾いなんだそりゃ危ないな
And also, always give me reminders for games and things I forget about. I'm very forgetful, as I've come to know, so please give me reminders. And I also get a lot of, I also get very distracted. I also get very distracted with ADHD. You can make my house work and I'll shovel your snow. Deal. Deal. Oh, is there a character that I disliked a little at first and then I like now? Actually, I do have a character I disliked at first that I really do like now. I actually, at first, did not like Krauss. Like, that's the thing. I've grown to really like Krauss, because at first I thought he was, like, you know, a rich asshole. But, honestly, he's just kind of a guy who is a little stupid, but tries his hardest. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. So yeah, I do have to say Krauss is that character for me.
ガラスのかけらが波に現れて丸くなって綺麗な石になって流れ着いてるんだよ。忘れたかよバトラー。
Oh, just like me.
昔一緒に拾ったろ？
ああ、あれガラスのかけらだったのか。俺はてっきりそういう綺麗な石なんだと思い込んでたぜ。
エンジはガラスの石見たことある？
Ganema used to like George a little in the beginning, but now they don't like him anymore. Well, it's very hard to like someone who eats letters.
ない。じゃあ行こう。マリアが教えてあげるよ。行こう行こう。でも早い者勝ちだよ。マリアが全部拾っちゃ
う。なら私も負けないぜ。誰が一番綺麗で大きなガラス石を拾えるか競争しよ
う。やれやれ。ここは一つ童心に戻るとするかな。負けねえぞ。
じゃあ僕たちは浜辺へ行ってきます。
You want to join them, Kinzo?
いとこ同士のんびりしてくるがよい。
Honestly, it would be very funny to see Kinzo join them. The cousins rose from their seats and noisily left the dining hall. Man, I know we're going to be following the kids in this chapter, but I'm very curious to hear and see the adults' conversation this time. Like, do they change their tune when the kids aren't around and they become very aggressive and angry like we are used to seeing them? Or are they going to still be pleasant? Maria grabbed Angie's hand and dragged her along. However, Angie's expression was vague and absent-minded, the opposite of Maria's full smile. Umineko no naku頃に chiru, Nocturne of Truth and Illusions. Otsuki is obviously the best Umineko character. Oh my god, Kinzo spanking his kids for bringing up the inheritance last year. Yep, we're at the kids collecting glass. Do we have enough time for another chapter? There was going to be a fun thing I was going to do at the end of this stream since we did get through, like, technically the prelude and first chapter, so that was all I was actually planning this time. Though if chapter 2 doesn't take a lot of time, I might go on to it. But I was going to introduce something fun this stream if I do one chapter at a time. And the thing that I was going to introduce is, live on stream, I was going to make the next stream's thumbnail. I'm not going to decide when the next stream's going to be just yet, but I wanted to make the next stream's thumbnail live on stream. I think this chapter is kind of short. Okay. If it is short, I might do it, but I do want to have time to create a thumbnail. Like, I was gonna save some time at the end of the stream to, you know, make the next stream's thumbnail, because I was gonna make fun thumbnails with all the viewers for the, like, you know, the last few streams. So we not go for episode 8. One, to, you know, obscure what's actually happening in the game, and 2, to, you know, have a little bit of fun to make some jokes during the final chapter. Okay, hold on. I previously considered Jessica a generic character, and I didn't like her very much. I very much like her now, and she could be a good successful, and the worst candidate for success for is Bowler. And George, well, yeah, they're the same. They don't like George that much. But, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say, if we do chapter 2, we will have less time to work on a thumbnail together. However, if we don't, we'll have enough time to, you know, go through chapter 2 as well. How much time do I have left? I was planning on doing the normal 4-hour stream, however, I wanted to have some time to make the thumbnail. So I was actually going to leave it up to the viewers for this one. Yeah, I was going to leave it up to the viewers for this one. However, either way, if we do the, you know, the thumbnail, I'll have time for meme time. But if I do chapter 2, I won't have meme time. So I'm gonna ask everyone, chapter 2 or thumbnail time. Alright, I'm gonna start the poll now. Don't make it a tie. Please do not make it a tie. Do not make this a tie, please. Alright. Let's see how the votes will go. Alright. Thumbnail for next stream. Mini Angie holding hands with Balor while Burn is in the background looming over them, holding marionette strings connected with Balor. Alright, so now as the votes are climbing up, it's either chapter 2 gets up slightly, but then someone votes for thumbnail time. I knew it was gonna be 50-50! I knew at points it's gonna be fucking 50-50! I knew this always happens. This always happens. It always happens. Oh my god. It always happens. It always gets to a 50-50. Like, I was watching and I'm like, okay, chapter 2 seems to be leaning, and then another person votes. I'm like, okay, it's 50-50. And person votes for chapter 2, and then thumbnails. I'm like, no! Another fucking tie! Oh my fucking god. Least balanced audience. Oh my god. I thought the polls would be a good idea to, you know, help me decide things because I'm indecisive on streams. However, the polls are just as fucking indecisive. I'm rolling a d20. Alright, I'm gonna do this odds and evens for the d20. Oh wait, nope. thumbnail time with 9 votes. Okay. Okay, so with 9 votes, thumbnail time seems to be like the one leading right now. I swear, if we get to vote number 10 and we get chapter 2, I'm rolling the d20. I'm rolling the d20 if we get another vote in the next minute. That does for chapter 2. I'm gonna give it a little bit. Okay, we got 10 votes. Okay, I'm ending the poll right here. I'm ending the poll. I'm ending the poll. I am not getting another 50-50. There we go. Thumbnail time. As soon as I saw 10 votes and you know, it's not a tie, I ended it. Oh man, okay, let me get GIMP ready. Yeah, I usually do GIMP with these. Oh yeah, I should probably save the game. Yeah, before I continue. Yeah, not GIMP, save the game. Because I don't want to lose my progress. Alright. I'm gonna keep the game music up for a minute as I get the GIMP up because well, GIMP animation engine, not animation, photo creation engine. Not any other kind of GIMPs. I feel like I can make that joke. Is that too sexual for YouTube, or am I not allowed to make jokes about GIMPs? Sometimes I don't know what's good and what's not good according to YouTube. YouTube has very weird censorship rules. Now's the moment. ASMR mukbang. Eating Peruvian sushi. Hashtag Philadelphia cheese. Music box, the executioner. I guess I'll keep the game up and play music from the music box. Oh wait, no. Yeah, no, it would be desktop audio, so technically it would work. Okay, so... Alright, if I do this correctly... only GIMP will show up. If I do this correctly... Of course, this is me trying to do something, so it might not be done correctly. Alright, alright. Alright, once I unveil the camera... Let's unveil the camera. There we go. There we go. We got it. We got it. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Take That Risk. Alright. Does the executioner give me a copyright claim? I don't think the executioner gives me a copyright claim. You should be able to open the sound files in the map on the desktop as well and play them on the Windows Media Player. I could also do that. Or I could always open up the music box and let's see. Oh wait, there could be songs from oh yeah, there could be songs from other chapters or later on in episode 8 that could get spoiled on. That is a good point about the that's a good point about the music box. I might take direct request actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do direct request. It's ETS, it should be a copyright claim. Oh yeah, no, with ETS songs I get copyright claims when I let them get hit. I let my videos get them because yeah, that's just you know, due to like sharing, because ETS does not do a full-on copyright. They do a media revenue share. Oh, the music channel on my server. Yeah, no, I was not playing the music in the server. Yeah, Habanria, I don't think that's ETS. Alright, let's see. Where is the executioner? Alright. I'm doing executioner, then fishy aroma. Alright. There was like a little animation that came with the executioner, actually. Yeah, there's like a little, like, you know, animation that came with that when I did that. Alright. Thumbnail time. Alright. What should I do for a thumbnail? There was the idea of a little Angie holding Battler's hand. If I'm able to get the CG of Angie holding Battler's hand, that might be a... Actually, that might not be a bad idea for the thumbnail. If I get an image of Angie holding Battler's hand, and then doing the strings on, you know, Burncastle's hands. That's actually not a bad idea. Because that was suggested earlier by, who suggested that one? Yeah, Ganema. So it could be like a thing with Burncastle being, you know, the puppeteer of the game. remember the thing about Wiz Khalifa borrowing the Higurashi anime's main theme. Actually, I've not heard about the Wiz Khalifa thing, actually. Which is kind of surprising. I have not heard about it. Yeah, I've not heard about the Wiz Khalifa thing. Wiz Khalifa. I actually don't know who Wiz Khalifa is. Is he like another YouTuber or musician? Interesting. I don't know too much about Wiz Khalifa, actually. Wait, I'm gonna get the image of young Angie holding Balor's hand. I'm trying to find where that would be, though. Yeah, it'll be a little hard to look this up without accidentally spoiling myself, so this might take me a moment. Where would I find that image? Also, oh, yeah. Yeah, I never heard of him before that either. Also, the music's ramping up. Oh, damn. Where would be this image of Balor holding Angie's hand? I'm actually legitimately looking oh, there it is. Yeah, I was looking through, like, the game's image files, and I'm like, this is risky, but I need this image for the thumbnail. Alright, there we go. We got the two holding hands. Alright, now I want that image of, Burn Castle with our hand out, like we saw in the previous episode. Actually, I'm gonna save this file real quick. Umineko 125. Because I want that image of Burn Castle from the previous chapter when she was sending out the kiddies. Yeah. I think the comment section of Higurashi's main theme was full of his hands at the time, at least gave it some exposure. Huh. I don't know what... Is Wiz Khalifa like a musician? Look at the stream channel on my server. Streams. Oh, okay, the Puppet Master Bird. Got it. And that's a really good image reference. You know what? I like that image reference, so I'm going to put that in here. Alright, alright. You know what? My original idea of having the image from the game, I changed it. I changed it. I changed it. I changed it. I want this guy now. I want this guy. I'm gonna put Burns' face on this guy now. This is what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail. It's gonna be this guy, but with Burns' face on him. I like this guy. I'm gonna have to remove his strings, though, and make new ones, though. But I'm gonna keep the guy. I like the guy. The guy has to stay. I'm keeping the guy. This is already becoming a silly thumbnail. Alright. Okay, so, Wiz Khalifa is a rapper. Got it. Okay. Alright. Does his name... This is gonna be a silly question, and it's probably unrelated. Does his name have anything to do with Mia Khalifa? And the only reason why I bring this up is I actually have a funny story. When I first heard about Mia Khalifa, I didn't even know who she was. But the only way I learned about her and all that was actually because I was one time mentioning about, you know, how, how I had, like, some family in, like, you know, from Lebanon and all that. And, of course, whenever I mentioned Lebanon, someone brought up, oh, like, Mia Khalifa, and I'm like, I have no clue who Mia Khalifa is, and they convinced me to look her up, because they told me she was an actress. I did not realize she was, not a safe-for-work actress. So that was my exposure to Mia Khalifa, because someone heard that I had, like, you know, some family connections in, like, Lebanon. Oh yeah, pink thumbnail. Pink thumbnail. But yeah, I don't know if this Wiz Khalifa has anything to do with Mia Khalifa. I just thought that was, like, interesting, like, you know, familiarity with the names. Aren't their names also spelled, like, similarly? Because that seems like the... you know, the spelling of Mia Khalifa's name, or I might be getting the spelling wrong. It's sometimes hard to remember some spellings of words as obvious. And yes, this kind of reminds me of the break it down thumbnail I made of Will breakdancing and breaking it down for Lian. And yes, I could easily cut this out with, like, you know, the lasso tool, but I prefer doing, you know, the eraser tool. I don't know, I just like the eraser tool a bit better. Because, yeah, I know there's definitely some people who've done photo editing watching the way that I'm doing this, and they might be like, why does he do it like this? This is just the way I know how to do it, like, and I like this way a bit better than the lasso tool. Like, I have used it before, I just don't like the lasso tool. And also, yeah, I feel like with the eraser, I have more control of what I'm doing, because if you make one mistake with the lasso, you have to, like, redo the whole lasso effect, or just do a bunch of Control-Z, and I just rather do one Control-Z if I know I messed up somewhere. Although this method is also not the best, because if I make one eraser mistake and I overlook it, I have to do a lot of Control-Zs. And this is the second time the Executioner is playing, so let me go ahead and change the track real quick. Yo, just got here. What the hell are we even doing, man? We're making the thumbnail for next stream! Who knows? I know him for copying Higurashi's music only, and it's crazy that it's legal. Sampling is legal, from what I know. Yeah, you're allowed to sample, but I don't know much about his song right now, so I'll have to take a listen to it to see what I think about it. Alright, fishy aroma. The name might be in Japanese, actually. Hold on. Oh, first loop with the Executioner? Okay, I'll let it loop one more time, and then I'm gonna do fishy aroma, if that's okay. Alright. He basically took the anime's main theme and wrote his lyrics over it. Oh, that's kind of, okay, I'm gonna be honest, that's not good. Yeah, to be fully honest, like, I'm trying to be, like, impartial before I hear it, but no, if you're just gonna copy the backing of another song and put lyrics over it, it's hardly transformative. Like, it's legal, but hardly transformative to the medium. You're just basically taking a backing track and making lyrics to it. Hopefully he credited the artist. I follow her on Spotify, so I have listened to a lot of her music, but I forgot her name. But yeah, no, like, that's where the credit should be going, though, for, like, the backing as well as, like, the original song. If he's not even crediting that, that's a little shitty. But I don't know too much about that. Why did you play Umineko with the mods instead of the project? The question about the Umineko mod. Okay, so the 07th mod, the reason why I went to 07th mod is I put it on another laptop, and for some reason, this laptop really does not like Umineko mod. I've been having a lot of, like, technical issues getting it running, and, yeah, like, literally I was trying, even opening up my the command prompt, yeah, not System 32. I was literally working with something on my System 32, and I'm like, not System 32, command prompt, God. I was literally doing something with my command prompt when I realized, I'm like, wait, why am I on command prompts? Like, this was not this hard the last time I did it, so I decided to just go with 07th mod since it would be a lot easier to set up. Basically, long story short, technical issues that even I was, like, trying to figure out how it was happening. Because, yeah, like, I was able to do it before, and I was repeating the same stuff that I did the last time. However, I don't know what happened this time. Yeah, I don't know what happened that time with, you know, Umineko, you know, project. But yeah, I've been just using the 07th mod since it's still a pretty decent port. Like, I will have to give 07th mod credit. They do have a really good port, and I highly support them. I mean, they also do a pretty cool Higurashi port. But yeah, that's why I've been using 07th mod rather than Umineko project. Alright. Alright. Also, I'm just checking something real quick. Alright. Even though Umineko Project is awesome, I much prefer the Chiesto Sister shooting animation in the mod much more. I have not seen the Chiesto Sister shooting in this mod yet, actually, so I'm excited to see it. Because I heard that some people actually like some of the effects in the 07th mod more than Umineko Project. That's one thing I'm aware of. And these are slightly different shades. Yeah, I could slightly tell there's a shade difference right there, and it was bugging me. One upside of being dark color blind, you can easily tell when shades are altering. But I still cannot tell, like, what he's wearing. But yeah, I think this suit looks pretty blue, overall. Yeah. And also, it's a very fitting suit for Burn Castle because it's all blue. Alright. So how exactly do I go about this? I do need to spread out the siblings a bit more so that the Puppet Master's hands can, you know, be a bit more suiting. So hold on. Wrong layer. Yeah, because I need to get them slightly further or larger. How do I get this, though? Oh, wait, I can make it like a little puppet theater. Hold on. Yeah. I gotta get like a, you know, a puppet theater going on here. In the project, it's simply a yellow stream circling around. In the mod, you can see it starting at a point and then traveling in circles and spirals towards a point. Oh! So, like, the vector art's kind of different, or like the vector animation. Okay. Puppet theater. I just need a simple puppet theater layout. Perfect. Perfect. This image is perfect. Alright. There we go. There we go. Yeah, like a kid's puppet theater with Burn Castle controlling them from above. Alright, that means, hold on. The layout's a bit weird. Hold on. Yeah, I'll need to make these smaller, actually. I cannot believe I'm making a silly thumbnail on stream. Alright, there we go. I don't think I need a background for the inside of Showtime, but I might need some sort of background for, you know, Burn Castle. And I probably should add Burn Castle's face to here, so I'm gonna add Burn Castle's face. Unless that's the original PS3 version or something. My first playthrough was using a cracked version of what used the original System Zero sound, which had me disappointed after reading episode 1 from Steam. It had the PS3 sprites. Yeah, I don't know too much about the history of Umineko modding. However, I do know that there has been like some like, you know, differences between the big mods, which are the 07th mod and the Umineko Project mod. Alright, I need a cackling Burn Castle face. She needs to be very, very, very evil in this image. Alright, there we go. I found the perfect face. I found the perfect face. Alright, let's put this on the top layer. Alright, to new layer. Alright, let's make her a bit larger. now I've got to erase a bit of the body. And we're not going to get her full hair in this, which is totally doable. I'm going to make this a bit transparent to see how it's going to look. It's not going to match perfectly because she has a very thin neck compared to this man. However, I think I can still make this work. Yeah, definitely I can make this work. Actually, I'm going to have some hair poking out from the suit. Yeah, have some hair poke out the suit. I'm going to go ahead and erase what's not going to be seen due to the puppet theater. Also, I've been like, for Castle the Ultimate Troll, second loop, time for Fishy Aroma. Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and save this real quick and get Fishy Aroma up. Man, I am zoned in. Alright, where is Fishy Aroma? The name might be in Japanese, hold on. Because half the song's names are in English, while the other half was in is in Japanese. Hold on. Which one is Fishy Aroma? If I only knew the kanji. If I only remember the kanji of Fishy Aroma. Hold on. I'm gonna look up the kanji real quick for Fishy Aroma. Yeah, what's the kanji of this track? Usan no Kaori. Suspicious Sin. Okay. Usan no Kaori. Alright. And I think I know the kanji that's in the list, I just have to find it. That's gold. Usan no Kaori. Where are you? I might be completely overlooking it. Alright, I did find a Usan no Kaori kanji. This might be it? This is not... Nope, this is not the right one. This is not the right one. It looks like Fishy Aroma, though, but that does not sound like a Fishy Aroma. Hold on. That was not Fishy Aroma. Fishy Aroma, play the song from the link in the music channel on my server. Oh, okay, do the one from my server. Okay. Actually, I'm going to close the music box and click the music suggestions from the Discord server, so let me go ahead and do that. Alright, Discord, music channel, wait, Fishy Aroma, oh, after Fishy Aroma, oops, I read that Fishy Aroma was in the music channel and I closed out the music box, my bad. I'm gonna first play the song you put in the Happy Maria, I think Happy Maria, it might be copyrighted, fuck it. Okay, this is a totally different song. This definitely feels copyrighted. Fuck it. I mean, it's on YouTube, so I might just get a copyright claim and I don't have to remove the video from YouTube. My monetization this month is gonna take a hit. I'm liking this. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play Fishy Aroma from YouTube next. Okay, this is the first time I heard this one. I'm liking it so far. If Maria was able to join Jessica's band. This is the song that would play if Maria was able to join Jessica's band. that doesn't look too bad so far. I mean, this is a shit post of, you know, a thumbnail, so I'm not going for, like, the best quality, but I at least wanted to make it look somewhat decent. But yeah, no, this thumbnail's a literal shit post. But it's perfect. One thing I really like about the When They Cry community is the memes. Like, that's the thing that always gets me, you know, excited for the When They Cry community. When, you know, everyone comes together to make silly memes. I just put Fishing Roma on the Discord, so after Happy Maria. Got it. Man. Just imagine if Maria had a singing career, if she survived Umineko. I mean, her voice works really well with music. Not usually music I would go out to listen to myself, but I could see the appeal for this. How do I clean this up? Oh yeah, I'm not on the way. No, I'm on the way. The pixels are damn it. Alright, that was the end of Happy Maria. Give me just one moment. Alright. I gotta get out of that tool. If I blur that a little bit, it should not look too bad. Alright, next song. Also posted something in the music channel? Alright. This isn't Happy Maria, though. This is Happy Halloween Maria. Oh, okay. I can see the difference now. As soon as I started playing it, I was expecting the song from Umineko, but I'm like, wait, this sounds different. This sounds different. Alright, let's do some Fishy Aroma. Ah, this is the lyrics one. Okay, okay. I'm vibing with this one. I hear the seagulls. They're looking for me. Perfect, perfect. Gotta adjust some lighting now. Gotta adjust some lighting. Add a bit of contrast. Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna make this a bit brighter. And up contrast. Perfect. This I can make it a bit darker as well. But I need to make a background before I do any more adjustments on this one. Alright. Perfect. Perfect. This is now a Halloween stream in January. Whether you believe that Balor really is acting in the game or acting as Burns Peace, this thumbnail is perfect in both cases, I'd say. Oh yeah, the Puppet Master. Alright, I'm gonna make very thin strings now before I make the background thumbnail of the thumbnail. Hold on. Alright. There we go. Yeah. Strings for the Puppet Master. Where's the other finger? I'm just gonna add a finger here. Alright. 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 I don't know where these strings lead, but I'm putting a string on the appendages of the Balor and I put the strings in the wrong way. Oops. But I'm gonna put the strings on top of everything so that they all get to the characters, but there's gonna be no direction for the strings. Alright, hiya, nope. Hiya, there we go. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Ha. These strings are overlapping. Hiya. Hiya. I'm having way too much fun with this. Hiya. 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 And now I'm gonna attach them to all the appendages. Angie's hand, string. Angie's other hand, string. Balor's hand, string that goes around his body. His other string around his body. I'm gonna do one for his big head. And then there's going to be one that goes behind Angie. That could be... Wait, no. How do I do her feet? I guess the foot one will be on the front of her. There we go. And I'll play the next song in a second. Hold on. Alright. Alright. Balor should have 2 more strings for his feet. So, I guess I'll imply the feet strings are going down, yeah. Because his feet seem to be kind of connected with each other, so... Foot strings, I don't know how puppeteering works, so, Burn Castle might have some very weird strings going. Oh god, her strings are so bad on Balor's side. Hold on, let me fix Balor's strings. It looks so bad from Balor's side. Oh god, that's horrible. No, I'm gonna play the next song first, and then I'm gonna fix the strings. Alright, no strings leading to Balor, though? No, I'm making strings for Balor right now. Let me play the next song, though. Not Maria, but this came to mind. Clown Piece, Happy Halloween Dance. Oh, okay, we get some Toho. Wait. This is copyrighted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mad Goldsmith, but I know for sure that would get me in trouble. Yeah. Even though, yes, it's a Toho MMD, and that's a very famous Vocaloid song, I know that song. I know that song. It's going to get me in trouble for that one, so I'm going to be cautious with that one. I do know that one, though. I know the Happy Halloween song. It's the one from, Is this the Ren and Len Happy Halloween that you brought up? It might be the Len and Ren, but that one I know for sure would get me in trouble because that's a license for Vocaloid, and I do not have a Vocaloid license. Don't ever give Michael a string instrument. I do have a guitar. Do I have my guitar here? Is that readily accessible, so I'm not going to pull it out? But did I bring my guitar from my mom's house, or did I leave it with my mom? I do have a guitar, though. I'm just not good at it. It's an edited version, I suppose. Is it like a Nightcore? You know what? I'm going to listen to a little bit of it, but if I get nervous about copyright, I'll stop. But if it's edited, I might play it. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, this should be fine. I should wait till the voice. Yeah. You know, the dance of the Toho MMD... Okay. Yeah, the dance from the Toho MMD really reminds me of one of the, Sekai Project, dances. Yeah, I think this should be fine. Credit to the artist. Actually, let me. Who is the artist singing? This might be a cover. I don't want to play it twice on top of each other. Animation by Star Sapphire. Model is Crown Pisu by Masato, Yas, and Komeken. Changed by Star Sapphire. The song is Happy Halloween. This is a cover of Happy Halloween. This could be Junkie Feet? Oh, Junkie Feet Rin. Yeah, this is a cover because it's not a Vocaloid. Michael proceeds to do the naked Bieber guitar play on stream. No, I'm not doing naked guitar Bieber. No, I am not doing that. I am not getting naked on stream. I'm liking this one so far. I like the song so far with this cover. If I get copyrighted though, I know who to blame though. Matt Goldsmith, if I get copyright claims, I know who to look at. All revenue from this video, all revenue goes away. I mean, this is a really good cover. I really like it. Credit to the original artist as well. Because, yeah, I don't think I can sing this good. Alright, what could I add for the background? The lines are so bad on the strings, but it's like a minimal detail. Actually, I'm gonna make them a little bit opaque, just so that they blend in with the photo quality more. Actually, I'm gonna get one of the theater stages from the previous one. Yeah, from the previous chapter in the theater, I'm gonna get one of the backgrounds from that, because I feel like that's like, you know, very in theme. So, Umineko Theater. Yeah. No, that's stage of the Golden Witch. That's not the location of the game. Hold on. I just have to look up the backgrounds. And yes, I'm on Google for this one, but because the CGs from the minor locations are actually really good on the 07th wiki. I just like try to avoid, you know, spoilers with these. Yeah, there's the theater room. I feel like this is not the best way of going about this one. Oh, definitely not. Oh, that's way too zoomed in. Alright, there's gotta be a better image I can use for that one. Alright, moon with cats chasing the rabbits in the background. Put a moon in that edit. Oh wait, continue the moon theme? Wait, you want me to continue the moon theme? I wanted the stage for the previous chapter, but I could continue the moon theme actually. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get the moon back. Alright. Moon surface. Alright. But this is going to be a different angle of the moon. Yeah. Alright. We're back on the moon. We are back on the moon. Alright. And I'll get the next song playing in a second. Alright, we're back on the moon. There's going to be an Earth slightly behind burn. Alright, I'm going to have to make everything a little bit darker now since we're on the moon. And I'll get the next song started in just a moment. Alright, let's get the next song from Kilato. Saya no Uta Schizophrenia? Wait, we're doing Song of Saya? Saya no Uta? I have not played this game yet, but you know what? Let's play the song. Okay, we get a little bit of a guitar riff. I'm liking the guitar riff. This is what I should learn when I get back to playing guitar. Just learn this song to traumatize anyone who's read Song of Saya. I need to read it myself, though. I have not read it myself, so this might be too soon to say I should play this one. That might be a game I might do next, but that might not be one I stream due to, you know, adult content. Yes, it is the moon. It is the moon. Moon with cats chasing the moon rabbits. Ooh. Should I have cats chasing the moon rabbits? I feel like this is still, like, you know, a pretty solid thumbnail, even without the moon rabbit edition. Hold on. Let's get some exposure on the streams. Oh. There we go. Yes, that's what I was going for. Yes. 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 Okay. Okay. Let's add a little bit of nice touch-outs with a vignette. Yeah, let's get a vignette in here. Alright, adjust the camera level. Squeeze it this way. Make the radius a bit smaller. Go up a little bit to show the main focus. Okay, this now looks more. This actually looks a little bit horrifying despite being a meme. Oh man, and I probably should make a few things a bit larger. So I'm actually gonna yeah, I'm gonna merge. Nah, wait. Do I merge everything down or do I link them? I think if I link everything, they will all change without having me merge them. Nope, that's not what I was expecting to happen with the link. Alright, I might have to break the link, and I might have to merge them all into one layer to make them larger. If I wouldn't make any adjustments though, that might make it a bit harder. Check the stream channel on Discord. Is that Rika as one of the Chesters? Wait, hold on. What? Oh wait, hold on, that's confusing. Wait, is that Rika as one of the Chesters? Oh my god, that's Rika as one of the Chesters. It's a very small image, but yeah, no, that's Rika as one of the Chesters. Huh. Is this from like one of the gacha games of Higurashi? Is that from one of the gacha games? Interesting. Huh. Yeah, that was interesting. I've never seen that image of Rika as one of the Chesters. Huh. Yeah, I know that the gacha game has like a lot of interesting stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and merge all the layers. But yeah, I know that the gacha game has a lot of interesting additions to the Higurashi, like, you know, canon. But huh. I probably should have duplicated all those layers. There's no going back though. There's no going back. I want to make them larger. Oh, that's too large. Alright, hold on. Maybe just slightly larger. Move you a little bit this way. Move you a little bit more to fit the vignette. Oh no, you can no longer see Angie. Hold on. Fuck. Maybe I'm too ambitious with this edit. Because I want to show Angie. Oh man, maybe the original layout was fine. If I go back though. Yeah, I think it's not seeing the top of Burn Castle's head what was bothering me in the previous one, because I like this one a lot more. Let me go back to reading chat on my computer because I kind of missed that. I haven't launched Higurashi Mei in a while. Wish you could make it outside of Japan. Me neither. I just saw while looking for the pic of the Chiesa sisters running. At least we got Heaven Burns Red now. Oh, nice. Chiesa sister Takano. Wait, do we get Chiesa sister Takano? That would be a very fun one, actually. Chiesa sister Takano. I feel like the moon rabbits getting chased by a cat might be a bit much for this thumbnail, because I feel like this is already complete in my head, though. I'm gonna take a few more suggestions, but yeah, I think this is a pretty solid thumbnail so far for what we are wanting for Chapter 2. Chiesa sister Takano is something I never ever thought would be a thing. Wait, is that actually a thing in Higurashi Mei? Is that actually a thing? Is that hold on. Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Huh. I can't put a name to this character looking at Rika. I can't put a name to her. She looks very familiar. The one that was just said on the stream channel. Does anyone know who this character is? I'm not recognizing that child. Oh my god. Your turn to die, Kilato? Oh, fuck. Not so. So. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know what? I like this song. Yeah, not so. If you have not read Your Turn to Die yet, I highly recommend it. It's a pretty good game. It is a very good game. Also, I'm gonna close my blinds real quick since it's dark outside. I had the blinds open because I liked, seeing like the snowfall while streaming, but since it's dark now, I can't do snow. Wow, it is packed up with snow out there. Damn. But yeah, I can't seem to put my finger on this character. Can't seem to put my finger on this character right here. I can't seem to put a name to this character. Did Burncastle's personality change like like Kinzo? That could be a weird form of Burncastle. Wait, there's a whole Wikipedia page for Chiesa sister Rika? There's a whole Wikipedia page. Damn. I didn't know there was a whole Wikipedia page for Chiesa Rika. But yeah, hold on. Let's zoom out on this beautiful thumbnail. Oh yeah. This seems good. I like this. I like this quite a bit. I don't think I remember its conclusion. I watched Rose play it when the first few chapters came out. Yeah, Your Turn to Die is very slow to publishing new chapters, but I don't know if the conclusion's out just yet, or if it's already been out. However, I do remember enjoying leading up to, their big break, because I remember reading it throughout 2024. But I don't think I got to, see who got through the final chapter. I think I got down to, the final... I think it was the final few characters. I forgot... Well, I'm not going to say their names because of spoilers. Yep, the pic of that unknown girl finding out Chiesa Rika was from the wiki page. Huh. But yeah, no, I think I'm pretty happy with how this thumbnail turned out. So that is going to be the thumbnail next stream. Yeah, that one's going to be the thumbnail next stream. The absolute conclusion isn't out just yet. Okay, that's what I thought. Because I know that once it does come out, a lot of people I know will be talking about it. Because Your Turn to Die was actually pretty popular among people I hang out with. But yeah. Since the thumbnail is done, we do have a little bit of time for meme time if we want to do some memes. Chester Kumasawa. Mickey's onto something. Chester Kumasawa. Get to it, Rikishi. If I see Chester Kumasawa, that'll be fine. You could delay Kikonia by 10 more years if you give us Chester Kumasawa. You made a very nice thumbnail, I gotta say. Oh yeah, it's perfect. It is perfect with the help of chat. And also, Your suggestion, Ganema. It was your suggestion. So I'm gonna make credit where credit is due. But yeah, I think we're good for meme time if people want to do a little bit of memes before I end the stream. And the song just ended, so that's a perfect transition to meme time. Alright. Yeah, I think that was the same Rose I was thinking about as well, Rose Matter. They do some pretty good analysis of some games that they played. Like, I watched a bit of their Higurashi game play, and a few episodes of their first, Umineko Let's Play, because I wanted to see her reactions to some of the, things that happened in the first two chapters. Yeah, Rose Matter is a pretty solid Let's Player. Alright. I do wonder what Kumasawa looked like in her prime. I watched Rose Matter play Umineko before, as well as To the Moon. Ooh, To the Moon has been on the list of games I want to play because I have actually not played To the Moon. Like, I've used it as an example for things, but I've actually not played it myself. She also played Course Party up to Birthday Bash. Oop, sorry for the burp. She also played Course Party up to the Birthday Bash. Okay. Yeah, the Birthday Bash is still a fun game of Course Party, even though it's like, a lot of people don't like the Birthday Bash. I still find it to be a pretty good game, actually. I never read Higurashi, so my first real read of the Higurashi visual novels with Rose Matter. Got it. Yeah. I assume she looked like Virgilia in her in her prime, yeah. I think Kumasawa would definitely look a lot like Virgilia. So I guess in a way we would get Chiester Virgilia, which I'm, not against, actually. But hey, where's my Chiester Goda? We gotta get Chiester Goda in the making. You know what? Yeah. Make Chiester Goda. Rikishi, please get onto a Chiester Goda. Oh, that's a cursed thought. Chiester Goda. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, since I got the thumbnail done a bit early, I think now it's just like me chilling. It's balancing out the horror themes, and we also get introduced to Azusa and Ren. Oh yeah, Azusa and Ren. It's been a while since I last played Course Party, so like I have to get small reminders of a few things, but I do remember Azusa and Ren. I should probably get back to Course Party because there's like new games out, and I still have not played the the episode 2 that they were originally going to be making. I loved Higurashi's anime, and that was how I got into Umineko, and I love the Higurashi visual novel so much from how different and how more psychological it is in the anime. Studio Dean is really well known to adapt a lot of great work and get people introduced to a lot of these works, which I appreciate them for that. However, their treatment of the works can be flip-floppity sometimes. Like Higurashi second season, Higurashi no naku頃に, which one was it? Okay, what did they call season 2? It was not Rei. Was it Rei? Hold on, I have to look this up. Because yeah, no, they did really good with Kai. Yeah, Higurashi no naku頃に Kai. They did a really good job with that. However, for the first six chapters, their adaptations of it were rushed, to say the nice thing. Like, they were rushed. Like, that's the nicest way to put it. Even though I still appreciate them and have nostalgia for them, they were not the best representations of Rikishi's original novel. Yeah, Kai. I can see how late the stream delay is right now. God, that was like said like 30 seconds ago. I guess everyone's saying Kai. Yep, I caught myself. Yeah, it was Kai. Wasn't Konosuba their first real W? Konosuba. Konosuba is well animated. That's one thing I'll have to say. For Studio Dean, them doing Konosuba was not bad for Studio Dean. Yeah, no, Konosuba was well animated. I will give Studio Dean that. I will give them the Konosuba animation. It's still pretty good. I just have mixed feelings about Konosuba, personally. I just never really got into it. I did like Kazuma as a character, even though I do know he does get better later on, apparently. It's kind of like, what's his name? Subaru from Ray Zero. Yeah, with Ray Zero, I hated Subaru, but I know that is the story of Subaru getting better. That's why I was like trying to give him more of a shot. I just could not stand Subaru. So I thought, Kazuma was just more of an actively asshole version of Subaru. That's why I couldn't get into, Konosuba for a while. Even though I'm willing to, go back to them. It's just that I could not get into the isekai genre at the moment. It's too oversaturated, and, to be fully honest, like, Delicious in Dungeon or Dungeon Meshi, I gotta say that's one of my favorite fantasy anime. Like, it is a decent fantasy anime because it does not have the isekai elements of someone getting transported to another world, and that person who gets transported to another world was like a loser in their previous world. Like, that's one that I could actually, find a bit more endearing about Dungeon Meshi. It's all within universe, and it's not isekai. Studio D Umineko is GOAT, though. Once I'm done with episode 8, I'm doing it. I'm watching it. I am watching the Umineko anime once I'm done with episode 8. I've been looking forward to it so much. Like, that was going to be my little treat afterwards. I'm not going to stream me watching it, but I for sure will tell people my thoughts on it. Yeah, I'm going to definitely tell my thoughts on it. Dog Days is an isekai before it became a thing, and the main character guy is actually pretty cool. Bit of a dork, but not the cringe type. Dog Days. I'm gonna have to put that one on my watch list, actually. Dog Days anime. Okay. Surprisingly, I have never heard of this one, and it was produced by Seven Arts and Aniplex. Aniplex. That's a name I'm not seen in forever. Aniplex. God, that is such a long time since I last saw it. Huh. Yeah, Aniplex is like, a bit nostalgic for me because I used to buy a lot of their catalog. Suyudin has been there for many years. I watched 80s animes made by... Oh, yeah, they did do Urusei Yasura. Oh my god, how did I forget they did Urusei Yasura? What the fuck? Huh. Okay, Dog Days, and it was from 2006. Got it. Okay, for an isekai from 2006, like, I'm willing to give it a try, actually. Watch about 2 episodes of Dog Days. It's the one from before 2012 or something, right? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing from Mad Goldsmith. Talking about original isekai, I actually have something. Speaking of original isekai that I've not seen yet. If I can find the disc. There it is. So, since I work at a shop that sells, like, DVDs and all that, I was able to grab a copy of this for, like, $2. $2. Speaking of original isekai, from what I've heard, in terms of original isekai, anime or fantasy anime in general, this is the worst example of that. And has the English dub, apparently. Like, this disc has the English dub of this. But I've heard it's, like, the worst, best, fantasy anime. Oh, man. I've also been recently watching a lot of, like, old 90s fantasy anime. Like, what I watched with one of my friends recently was Record of Lodoss War. That is actually a fun show. It was actually based off of this guy's D&D campaign that he did with his friends, that he continued on writing in journals. Like, he kept on writing in, like, not academic journals, no, not academic journals, but in, like, light novel or novel, like, magazines, and actually published, like, a novel that became, like, a mangas and anime. I highly recommend Record of Lodoss War, but it's heavily inspired from D&D lore and all that. But it was, like, made in the 1980s, which is really impressive, and the anime was, like, 1991. But yeah, no, after finishing Record of Lodoss War, I do want to show my friend Garzy's Ring. I've not seen it myself, though. Like, my friend had not seen Record of Lodoss War. He had not seen it prior to showing it to me. So it's my turn to, do the other way around, saying, hey, I got something called Garzy's Ring. Let's try it. Even though I don't think it's going to be that good from what I've heard. And it says that it includes a DVD-ROM. A DVD-ROM. Good thing I'm like, you know, I have like 3 DVD players. Yes, I have 3 DVD players. I don't know how I have them or how I've maintained them over the years, but I have 3 of them. I think that if Umineko had been announced today as an anime, it would attract much more attention since it presents an innovative idea and is not simply summarizes I die, and again. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what would a Higurashi announce it to be, you know, to be made. Like, kind of that's what they did with Higurashi Go Sotsu. And despite all the flack for it, it did cause a resurgence of interest in Higurashi. Like, at American anime conventions, since I've been going for over a decade, I've noticed in like 2015-ish, like Higurashi and When They Cry merge barely showed up at conventions, actually, from 2015 all the way up to Go, actually, Higurashi Go, because no one just really knew about Higurashi in the States for a while. Like, it was mainly like older anime fans, or, you know, anime fans that grew up with it. So since Go Sotsu came out, I've been seeing a lot more Higurashi merch, and especially like, you know, Umineko cosplayers at conventions. According to my sibling who goes to a lot more than me, they have seen a lot of Beatrice cosplayers. It's really cool. Like, a lot more, you know, media. I mean, not a lot more media, but a lot more, like, you know, fans have been made through Go Sotsu, the When They Cry series. But, yeah, no, like, I have to say, that is something that I have noticed with Go Sotsu. So, if there is an Umineko anime, there might be more traction nowadays, especially with, like, you know, like what Mickey said about the innovative ideas that were presented in Umineko, especially with storytelling. As I don't think there's much media out there that tells a story similar to Umineko. But, yeah. And yes, speaking of Fata Morgana, once I'm done with Umineko, that's actually one of the games that I might play next. Yeah, I have been wanting to go back to House in the Fata Morgana because I played through like a part of it until I went on my big hiatus when I started college. Want to read a story with actual Chiester's sister Rika, read Higurashi Mei. Don't I need to, like, you know, use a VPN to play it or something? Like, I don't mind using a VPN, but at the same time, though, I'm like, I have to do all that setup. I'm willing to do it, though. Is there, like, an English translation? Because my Japanese is still not good enough to, you know, self-translate on stream. Even though I am willing to, you know, read a little bit more about, you know, Higurashi Mei. Waiting for me to finish Fata. Yes. After I'm done with episode 8, I was actually going to leave it up to a poll what I should read next, and Fata Morgana was actually going to be one of the picks for, you know, streams, because I feel like Fata Morgana would be an interesting game to stream. That, of course, is saying when I'm going to finish episode 8, which might not be a while. Well, it might be a while, actually, before I finish episode 8, knowing my progression with episode 6 and 7. But hey, I did finish episode 7 in 2024, and I'm going to say I'm going to finish episode 8 by the end of 2025. It's going to be very difficult, especially with how many distractions I give during streams. However, I feel like it's doable. It's doable. Will I do it? We'll find out. Alright. I think I don't have much more to say before I end the stream. I might end it a little bit early. Yeah, I might end the stream a little bit early. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna avoid a lot of, like, talk about Fata Morgana until I play it to avoid spoilers, because I feel like, you know, usually I don't typically mind spoilers for things. For something that I'm wanting to stream, I do want a legit, like, you know, my, actual, like, you know, reaction to be shown during stream. So I might avoid topics like Fata Morgana for now, so that, you know, I can, you know, get a very authentic reaction, even though I know the whole first part about Fata Morgana with the brother and sister. The whole thing in the first chapter. Okay, the first chapter of Fata Morgana is a cakewalk compared to what Kinzo did. Compared to what Kinzo did, it's a cakewalk. Oh, thank you about the Zelda shirt. I actually got it in New York City when I went recently to visit family. Yeah, no, this is from the Nintendo store itself. It's really cool. Yeah, I was indecisive between this and an Animal Crossing mug, but when I was thinking about how I was going to get the Animal Crossing mug back to my, you know, back to my apartment, I decided to go for the shirt because it's easier to transport through air travel. Even though I almost got an Animal Crossing mug. It's very funny when I wear a lot of Nintendo merch and talk a lot about Nintendo, because I really like Nintendo. However, I like Sega more. I'm sorry. Yes, I went through the first store of Fata Morgana. I have the videos on YouTube. But I'm sorry. I like Sega more. I just like Sega more. I like the nostalgia of Sega, as well as, like, you know, a lot of the things that they did with the, you know, like, you know, the whole franchises they made, as well as their, you know, creative, you know, commercials in the 1990s. Nintendo was creative, but Sega was a different level, especially with, like, advertising campaigns for the Sega Saturn having Sekata Sanshiro. That was so cool! And yes, I was on the second door. And for this shirt, I don't know if it's, like, sold, you know, online or at different Nintendo stores around the world, but I got this from New York City. But yeah, no, this is a really cool shirt, and it's very unoften where I buy new shirts, actually. Like, I've been teased by a lot of people that I don't buy new clothes, because I just don't like... I don't like buying new clothes, because usually I'm like, okay, if I'm wearing something, I want to really wear it. That's why I always get shirts with, like you know, t-shirts with, like, these cool decals, because I want to wear it and it looks cool. Most shirts to me, I'm just kind of just like, okay, it's a shirt. Like, I do like nice outfits. I just don't, you know, feel like I'll look good in nice outfits. Sega gave us Project Diva, but unfortunately didn't have much of a presence in Europe, or at least not in the German-speaking countries. Yeah, that is very true about Sega. Sega had not great outreach globally compared to other, you know, other places. Michael loves Sonic the Hedgehog 2020. Unironically, I do enjoy the Sonic the Hedgehog live-action movies. The recent ones, I'm sorry, I actually do like them. I watched Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and yes, it's basically a retelling of Sonic Adventure 2. It's still really good. I liked it. I don't know what to say. I actually genuinely like the live-action Sonic movies. Do I like, you know, a lot of Sonic stuff? No, I don't really like a lot of Sonic. But I like the character design, as well as the, you know, live-action movies, as well as some of the original stuff from the 1990s. Anything post-2000 Sonic, I'm not a big fan of, and honestly, Sonic's, like, very low on my list of, like, franchises I like, but I do like some elements of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, even though I don't really consume it that much. Sega also made Neptunia, which isn't from them, but they're their main character of it, and the main character is the personification of Sega. Something funny about me and Neptunia, I have never really watched it, actually. I never even watched it. And yes, Kilato, I do recommend the Sonic 3 movie. There's a lot of plot holes. However, if you turn your mind off and just enjoy it as, like, you know, a movie, just like a simple, like, you know, comedy movie, it's a pretty awesome movie, actually, if you just treat it like a, you know, normal comedy movie for, like, for, like, American kids. Yeah. If you think about it as a simple comedy movie for American kids, it actually does a really good job. And it's, you know, in terms of American movies in general, it's actually a lot better than a lot of the stuff that's come out recently from us. Jabbing my own country's sense of media stuff because, I'm sorry. Sometimes with the US, I'm like, guys, take some risk in your storytelling. Take some risk in the movies you make. Stop making the same damn thing for the nostalgia market. I'm not getting into that ramble. I'm not getting to that ramble. Come to think of it, how did I mention Neptunia was one of my first visual novels? That was actually one of my older siblings' first visual novels as well. I've not played it myself, but they seem to pretty much like it. And I've seen a lot of stuff about Neptunia online, so I've been, like, thinking about checking it out. It's just, like, not high on my priority list. Even though I do know a little bit about it because I've heard people talk about it. But, yeah. And yes, I'm watching the stream feedback from my other monitor, and my god, it is so behind. I don't know why the stream is so behind. Oh, man. But I am getting a little bit hungry, so I might log off since I do want to start making my dinner for tonight. I'm planning on making myself a curry, so I might need some time to prep the food. So I might end about 20 minutes early since, like, this is going to be one of my normal 4-hour streams. But, yeah. Thank you all for watching my stream today. Sorry that half of the stream was just dedicated to me making a new thumbnail for the next video. However, I thought this would be a fun, thing to have in the streams now, where I just make the thumbnail of the next, Umineko stream with, fans watching. Because I usually make all these weird and unique thumbnails for videos, and I thought, might as well do some of this live because it's pretty fun, actually. I like making thumbnails. And also, it could kind of be related to what chat was talking about rather than, what's going on in the game. Because I did want all the Episode 8 thumbnails to be unrelated to, the content that's going on within the game. I want to confuse people with my stream thumbnails. Yeah, make some dinner so that you don't nom 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 on my computer. Yes, I'm not going to eat my computer. I'm going to eat my webcam. Oh, wait. I forgot it was on my other camera. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I have 2 webcams currently going back.